Welcome back, everybody, to thank God this was on a console, right? Wow. So I blue screened. To all of you who are still here, I thank you for still being here. I don't know what happened. You know, the really weird part about it is when I came back, my camera was blue. Like it was a blue screen. I came back and the camera was like completely like icy cold blue. I don't know what the deal was, but anyway, we're back on track. Let's find out what the treasure is, huh? It speaks to me. It's like I can see into the artist's soul. I can feel what he felt, all he experienced in his life. That is love unforgotten. A work left behind by bat. Sorry, guys, my nose is itchy. Yeah, dusty. Can I get at least one person to say something so I know that we're live? And I'm back again. Welcome back, Caitlin. That is love unforgotten. A work left behind by Bastion, a famed painter from a land to the west. The time to listen to Timber's greatest hits. He was quite the admirer of women and married 4 times. Was there a problem? Yeah, I blue screened. My computer crashed. And yet he could never forget the memory of his first love, who tragically passed when the first 2 were babes of 13 years. It was his life's work to depict her as a woman grown, beauty he knew she'd have one day become, working on the piece until the end of his career. Is it back, mobile, please? Today it is one of the world's most famous works of art. Wow, I never knew. Mr. Leon, would you mind if I looked around a little longer?
Of course.
To your heart's content, lass. A born merchant, that one. I can see it in her eyes. Yeah, welcome back, Caitlin. And I hope... There we go. Glad you're back too, Captain. Glad everybody's back. She knew not of a thing of Bastion, yet identified that painting as a masterpiece in an instant. Thought this was just a sleepy seaside town, but this girl... She just might be a shining gem among the rocks, Savvy.
Huh?
Did you say something?
Yeah!
This is the one. It's like a coin. A single coin. Is it alright if I take it, Mr. Leon?
This is...
Let's have a look now. Java, get out of here. I don't care about your updates. I'm afraid this old thing won't sell for much. It was left behind by a man I once led aboard in my younger days. Seems I neglected to throw it out and I got it mixed in here. It's best you choose something else, lass.
I'm not so sure about that.
No, I want this one. I can't really explain it, but... I feels like it's calling to me. I feels like it's callings to me. You knows?
Mm-hmm.
Is it now? Consider it yours then.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Leon. I'll take my trash. I could have had an entire treasure chest of money, but no.
Fare thee well, lass. Perhaps a day will come when you and I meet as rivals. But I won't be beat. I swear it on my honor as a merchant.
Savvy?
Weigh anchor, men. The ocean calls.
Java needs to update. Did you know Java's on a billion devices? The only reason that I have it on here is because I code in Java sometimes.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Within those dusty pages, I felt like there was something that would change my life forever.
But it didn't. The end.
Can't wait to go home and read it all!
And then she went home and read. Oh, that's another advantage of Tressa. She can just spot random money at random times. How are we doing? We're well over. Is it just not going to pull the plug on me? Have I bested you, game? Have I outsmarted you? Or is it hard luck to 3 hours per save file? Within that book were the records of a traveler, one who had journeyed to the far ends of the realm. Spellbound, Tressa forgot time and read every one of his adventures.
This world is brimming with treasures. And I know what I'm searching for is out there
The
somewhere.
rest of the game is just you reading. It actually is.
So, I'll set sail for the horizon.
Who are you? Oh, you're the other guy. You're that other guy.
And the great big world beyond.
She grabbed a book. Oh no.
That settles it.
I hope they fix the spelling errors.
It's time I see the world.
What?
I'm going to leave Rippletide and become a traveling merchant. I'll see the world and have customers from every corner of the realm.
That's very nice, dear. Now go back to school.
Oh my. Just think about what you're saying, dear.
Traveling merchant? I won't have it. You're not even a stationary merchant yet. You need at least 2 more years of stocking the store, and 3 years of working the shop front.
Then I'll do
That's
it.
5 years before you're ready to go anywhere.
Sorry, Pa. My mind's made up. Besides, I'll get all kinds of training on the road.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
There's
hope
no
you had a good
point
day,
in
good
trying to
stream and all
stop you
that.
now, Tressa. You have my blessing.
I think I caught a little bit of it, but I had to like go get dinner with somebody.
Darling! This is our little girl you're talking about!
Did you enjoy it? The loathings?
I know. But I had a feeling this day would come. She is her father's daughter, after all. In the end, being a good merchant boils down to experience. That's just what you'll find out there.
Oh, the Lamarios.
Go and see the world, Tressa, until your heart's content.
You getting ready for bed?
I
Didn't get nearly enough
understand.
sleep in? That's okay,
But I
Caitlin.
can't help but worry, Tressa.
Thanks for staying as long as you have.
Do take care of yourself out there, won't you? Be strong, and may the sacred flame light your path.
Gotta go to work tomorrow. Sucker. Yeah, I have today, tomorrow, and Tuesday off, but that's because I worked the weekend, so I didn't really actually get anything out of it. It's just, you know, the same.
Thanks, Ma. Thanks, Pa.
Goodbye, loving father and loving mother.
And I'm sorry.
This chain has been perpetually peppy. The village isn't on fire,
But
and
I'll
I'm
come back one
surprised.
day, and you'll see just how much I've learned.
You
Alchemy
wouldn't know what
Fox.
to do if you didn't. After all, you're our #1 employee.
You're also our only employee.
Oh. Bye, Ma. Bye, Pa.
Two more weeks, that's right. Told you, this is the happy story. Well, I'm astounded. So I think... Oh, East Rippletide Coast, danger level 1.
This journal? The author only filled half the pages. The other half is still blank. Guess I'll just have to pick up where he left off.
Oh God. Oh, the blasphemy. Oh, the humanity. She's defiling that book.
I'll write down everything. I won't leave any stone unturned. From the next chapter on, this will be my story.
Okay, Titus. Thanks for that. Or Titus, to appease the one weeb in the
I'll
crowd.
travel far and
I know you're
wide
there, Kyo.
and journey on until every last page is filled.
Refuse the Titus meme. I refuse. And
I
the
don't
snake
know
appears
what
and destroys the
lies beyond
bridge.
the horizon.
The snake is the real villain.
There's only one way to find out.
It's actually interesting.
See ya, Rippletide.
With all these origin stories, I don't actually know what the main plot is. Like, I don't know who the main villain is, or what the main, like, thing that everybody's gonna be getting together to fight is.
My adventures as a merchant are just beginning. I'll start by following in the footsteps of a nameless traveler. And
How
journey
romantic.
far, far beyond.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I want to check something real quick here. Since we're about to switch over to a different character. So I'm starting to think that it's a 3-hour hard lock. Like, per character, like, per file. So, like, as long as I don't exceed that. Also, did somebody, like, completely demolish Caitlyn? Oh, that's right, we got followers and we got Legend Dave subbed. That's what did it. Okay. Just making sure this is up to date. Okay, cool. Looking swell. Oh, there's more plot. Then you find the real story after 300. You won't know the story for at least 60 hours. Ooh. A monster came out of nowhere and it got me in the leg. I can hardly put any weight on it. I hate to be a bother, but do you have a healing grape to spare? Hey, I did this before. This is like a copycat of another story, but I do have grapes. Wait, where are my grapes? I have grapes. Don't lie to me, I have grapes. Yes, I have a healing grape. Ooh, it feels good to be back on my feet. I can't thank you enough. I'd have been done for if you hadn't come along, even though I was literally right there. My name is Kit Harrington. In which case I should change my voice. I'm on a journey to find my father. He disappeared when I was just a boy. Are you on a journey too? Perhaps our paths too will cross again someday. Be safe, and may your travels bring you all that you seek. Rip grapes. I can get more. Look at that. I got 1,500 dollaroonies. That's what I'll call them from now on. For my trouble. So this was Tressa. Alright. So, ultimatum, guys. So my intention was to play for the 3-hour span of Octopath and do the some of the different storylines, assuming it was a hard lock, regardless of how much time I put into each individual character. But that's not how it works. So, would you like me to keep going and play through all the other stories that are left? Or do you want me to do what I initially planned, which is play Planet Coaster when I ran out of time, which, since that's not going to happen, I can just keep going. What would you prefer? This is an impromptu vote. Say what you will. Dollaroonies, the official currency of Octoland. You'll need more grapes when you see me again. I'll give you some time. I'll give you some moments. I was thirsting anyway. Oops. Do I feel worn out on this? No, actually. I've actually enjoyed, like, Primrose was okay. By the way, Kyo, there's your redhead if you wanted. Primrose is the redhead. So is kind of that one. Hanit is kind of a redhead, at least according to her little thing. But no, I don't feel worn out. I've enjoyed these past two plots, or at least the gameplay of the plots, a lot more than Primrose's story. Primrose's story was intriguing, but a little hard to swallow. It was very dark, and I found her awkward to play because dancers are weird. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Primrose 2. IDK, many decisions this hard. Let's just keep doing this, because I would have just kept doing this had I not assumed that it would just end. Since there was no abrupt ending, I can just do it. So I'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll keep the party rolling. You have a Klondike bar? It sounds good. Sounds like a good time for a Klondike. Wow, dancer shade. Look, she just wasn't, she was too dark and gritty. She's like that one person you take to the party and she's like, oh, my life is bad. And not only does she talk about it being bad, it really is. It really is. It's as bad as she says. That makes it worse. Because then you have to, like, actually feel sympathetic. It's not just, like, a plea for help anymore at that point. My 3-hour demo didn't end. Which is why I'm continuing to go. I'm just exiting the game so that we can check out the other peoples. Oh well, you're lucky. So I don't think it ends. I think it's 3 hours hard locked per file, and since I've been making a new file every time, I can just keep doing this. I can see them all. So, since this is such a hefty demo, there's the dancer, here's the dude. I'm thinking you can either go with Cirrus the Scholar. What do you mean I hate you? Oh, Timber hates girls with real emotions, confirmed. There's also Hanit the Hunter. Also, there's the... I should probably I'll just open up all the options. So we got the Huntress, the Cleric, the Scholar, Old Barik, the Warrior, and Tarion, the Thief. Honestly, I think the guy. What, Cirrus? Should I do Cirrus? Let's do Cirrus next. Because I'm intrigued. That's an intriguing backstory. I want to know what they do with it.
A world of knowledge awaits.
A world of knowledge. I'll have to practice. I'll have to practice being extremely posh British for this guy.
And so it was that Atlasdam was founded some 2 centuries ago.
Oh, he's a teacher.
Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera. But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Therese?
Therese? Tutor?
I think it was...
I mean, I think that's a little bit...
Now, no need to get all flustered.
I mean, it might be tutoring, or maybe it's a 2-person class. Did you think of that? I mean, who puts up a map? Like, who tutors with, like, a map right there, right?
There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn.
Did someone say posh?
The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
You're right, this is probably going to be a Wheel of Fortune section of the game.
Yes, Professor. Let's see.
I'm just glad I don't have to do pirates anymore. I was struggling today.
I believe it was Hornburg.
Can I get a R?
That is correct.
Oh, ding ding ding.
Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlasdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands.
Oh boy, the lore is thick.
Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
3 R's.
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
Oh, Princess Mary is way ahead.
Correct you are, Your Highness. It was a time of great strife here in the Flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war. Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago.
Meanwhile, in the background, you just hear somebody going like, "Tee. Did you hear about what George did the other day?"
At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe.
You know, I'm glad that this wasn't the first story I did, because talking like this, oh man, this is such a...
But look at the time.
It's such a soft
we'll pick
open.
up where we left off next time. Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture.
This guy's
and
making me...
be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
This guy's reminding me I have homework and I don't like it.
Yes, Professor.
See, he's a professor. It's not a tutor. He's the prof.
Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Oh, I see how this is. They're into the stimulation. Sirius has got a real hard-on for history.
Hello?
Professor Albright, Mercedes from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today is your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter the special archives.
Splendid!
Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I'd best make haste. Albright is real close to my last name. Really? Uh-oh. We got Aaron Aftbright, Aldark, Albridge. I think I got it. Aaron Albridge. I found you. Royalty has private tutors, Timber. A Bright. Profess! I must profess!
Professor Albright.
Get dunked on, Therese. Get dunked on. Princess Mary's got... She's got him. Oh, thank heavens you're still here. I thought I had missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do? Well, whoa. What can I do for you, Your Highness? Highness?
The
Highness.
truth of the matter is,
If you could spare the time, I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course!
But of course, Your Highness, it would be my pleasure to answer anything. After all, my role as your tutor is as important to me as any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is the question a quick one?
Indeed.
Yes, Professor, it will not take long. I was just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what did they worship?
Very astute of you.
A very astute question, Your Highness. However, I fear that nearly all the texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell. A steampunk. I see. A shame that. I'm not going to remember any of the subplot.
Truth is,
I do, however, have a theory of my own. Thank you, Luigi Master 543, for the follow. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you lurking in the chat, and I hope that you've been having a good time. I do, however, have a theory of my own. I believe that the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. Mind you, this is not idle speculation. My theory is based on the fact that blah 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 blah. Teresa's just like, I can't follow any of this. Let's continue the discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor.
with pleasure.
No need for apologies, and it would be my pleasure, Your Highness. That such questions occur to you is a sign of a sharp and curious mind.
Why, thank you.
Professor, read what I read on the back of my eyelids. Your lectures on the history of the realm are most fascinating to me. For if I do not learn of our past, how can I hope to lead my people to a bright future?
Indeed.
A most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. Philosophy. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one of such wisdom and kindness, as I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve in some small way. You are far too kind, Professor Albright, as I approach you, arms withheld. I am proud to be your student.
Ah,
Oh dear, I'm running late.
good day.
Pray do not forget your assignment, Your Highness.
Farewell.
Of course, Professor. Goodbye, Professor. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye, Professor. Oh, I hope he remembers me. Bye, Professor. Goodbye.
Ah, Therese.
Oh, hello there, Therese.
Yes? Do
Do you have a question for me as well?
No.
I mean, no. Good day, Professor. I can't imagine handle this emotional tension. I don't understand what's gotten into all the women around me lately. They all act really strangely.
Hello.
Hello, hello. The palace gate lies just to the north. To the east, you'll find the Royal Academy, where the realm's most promising thinkers receive their education. I'm not much of a thinker, but I think north is that away. Sweet. Alright.
Hello.
Hello. Just south of here lies the castle town. It's a lively place. It's called Castletown. I didn't name it.
Oh,
Russell just isn't cut out for that sort of work. Whatever was he, Move along now. Alright. Story's fun. I guess we want to go here?
Hello there.
Hello, this is the Royal Academy, Attlestam's pride and joy.
Sure is real.
All are welcome to engage in the pursuit of knowledge here. She's regretting not writing love notes on her face somewhere. Yeah, that's the move right there, Captain. That's how you know you've really done it. Am I supposed to go in here? Aha. The library. Castletown and before
It's
zombies.
me, Cyrus.
Good day, Mercedes. Cyrus Albright here to browse the special archives. Oh, Professor Albright, you're looking quite eager today. When I heard that an original copy of The Church of the Flame, a complete history, had been donated to our archives, I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of our collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure.
With pleasure. I mean, that emphasis just screams going overboard. Is something amiss? I know, I'm just happy I got your autograph is all.
Actually,
Someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy. When you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. When you put it that way, yes. Much as a child is fascinated by a new toy, I am titillated by the prospect of acquiring new knowledge.
I see.
Right. The expression on your face says it all. Weak to bright music. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, my dear. I most certainly will. Harumph. These voices are the best, Timber. Thanks, Gab. I'm glad people like them.
We here.
Alright, Alchemy Fox, enjoy your nap. How odd. The tome is nowhere to be found. Did someone return it to the wrong shelf? Not here either.
An interesting dilemma.
These archives are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could it have gone?
Professor Albright!
Professor Albright! The headmaster would see you at once. I don't know which character you are, Mercedes. I've spoken for too many people in this short time. Of all the times to... Oh well. Might I ask of you a favor? Anything for you? What might that be?
The truth is...
The tome I mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me?
I see.
Missing? I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, my dear. This is probably going to be like a big political intrigue thing, right?
Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
Do enter.
Yes, please enter this way.
I mean, don't host / raid too large. Okay, I shall try. I will do it for you.
My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
Bad guy identified.
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives. The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure.
You're not wrong, Cap.
It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
It's out.
I
Out to
am
the
fully
question.
aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing.
See you later, Caitlin.
That wisdom is for the Academy
Enjoy the
and the
sleep.
Academy alone.
But that goes against everything...
Dude, this guy's going Super Saiyan over this.
Enough, Cyrus!
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears. The headmaster sees knowledge as a medal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone. Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed.
Harumph. You can always tell by the voice. Yeah,
My
that's true.
sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You may go. Wait, there was one last thing.
Sir?
I heard the special archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
That sounds like a threat. It sounds like a threat.
Gods, it's as if he enjoys watching me suffer. Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
He's just upset because he's not as fabulous as Cyrus.
Enter.
Excuse me.
Oh no, not her.
What's the matter?
What is it, Therese? I'll have to figure out how to get the gruffness for him. It's about Professor Albright, sir. Wait, that's not the right voice I had for her. It's about Professor Albright, sir. No, where is it? The southern accent that I gave her, the southern belle. It's about Professor Albright, sir. I can't freaking do it. It's over. It's over. I've done too many accents at once. I've short-circuited.
Hello there.
This is the Royal Academy, Atlasdam's pride and joy.
Sure is rain.
All are welcome to engage in the pursuit of knowledge here. This is a very character-heavy section. It is getting tricky to actually keep track. Rip the voices.
Hello.
Hello, just south of here lies the castle town. I've talked to you before. Do you like hearing me say the same line that I'm paid to say over and over again?
Can I help you?
Ah, Professor Albright.
A moment of your time.
Did you have any luck finding the tome?
My apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it is not so.
Well, this is most unfortunate. One might conclude that it had been stolen.
Actually,
Professor, taking books out from these archives is strictly forbidden. Oh no. She's talking. She's talking back. And as you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted to only a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head.
Aho!
An impregnable vault. A disappearing tome. It would seem we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. Or so the scholar in me says. Would you not agree? If it had been stolen, I would say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go until you've cracked the case, as it were. Oh, he's our Sherlock Holmes character.
Indeed!
Ah, you could say that indeed. A habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out a solution.
I see.
Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. Time to make them all pirates. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
I'll not deny it. Worry not. The tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
Take care.
Right, thanks. Best of luck in your search.
Time to do some research.
And the game is afoot. That's a brazen brazen influence. Now, where to begin my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys to the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who has been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then, mayhaps, I should pay the headmaster a visit as well. Well, wow, there's a lot of people to talk to.
Oh,
Russell just isn't cut out. And all that jazz. Scrutinize, that's right. Let's see now. That's me. Of course I've got a key to the archives, and no, I wasn't sleeping. I was resting my eyes is all. But even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool would bother stealing a worthless tome anyway? Most intriguing. Foot game? Football? World Cup? We've connected the dots, we found it. This is the path of least resistance, clearly. It was the football players all along. Oh, was there more? I was supposed to be searching in there. I'm also supposed to search in town. Huh. Oh, sweet. Oh, Cirrus. Trust you not to interrupt my research. Let's see now. Key to the archives? Oh, I haven't got that. But I'm not surprised someone stole a tome, considering what they're worth. I've gambling debts myself, so I understand the temptation. Virus with the Pikachu, what's going on? Most intriguing.
Are you all right?
Have you cracked the case yet, Professor Albright? Must scrutinize you, my dear, I'm sorry. Let's see now. Only Headmaster Yvonne and the guard stationed outside should have a key to the library archives. Most intriguing. Well, we checked with them. So that just leaves the one town that's like far away, right? How do I get to this? This way? The Royal Academy? Oh, look at this anime as F guy. Can't talk to him though. He's so anime, he's a background character. Oh, we get to talk to this guy. Sweet. Can't wait to do this voice.
What is it this time, Cirrus?
Let's see now.
You know full well I have a key to the special archives, and that I would never be so foolish as to let it fall into the wrong hands. In any event, I have had no reason to peruse those tomes in quite some time. I think for like the majority of my life I mispronounced that as peruse, and now I know what it was supposed to be. Most intriguing. Although I did get assured by rules when trying to chat. Look, every rule I have was compelled by an actual thing an actual person did that wasn't nice. That should be all the information I need to solve the case. Who possesses keys to the... Oh god, I didn't think. I really didn't pay that much attention? Can I not choose? I have to choose. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? Oh god. Okay. Well, the guard especially said that he has a key. Russell and the librarian do not, so that's kind of like...
But of course!
You think the librarian would just be hiding the key? Of course, it all makes sense now. I mean, those are the people who normally have a key. There are only 2 keys to the archives. One belonging to the headmaster and one to the guardsman. The guard doesn't have the key. The headmaster's key is safely locked away in his office. Furthermore, he hasn't visited the archives today. On the other hand, the god has been acting suspiciously of late, even sleeping while on active duty.
Aho!
It would be all too easy a task to lift the key off his person. So is it possible that the god is our man? The god? No. He would have no motive. The culprit must be someone who understands the true value of the tome. Which is to say, one of my colleagues. Guys, this is a game about thinking, and most likely, one who has accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means that...
Put it all together, and our villain is... Russell.
Yes.
Indubitably, that shifty scholar, Russell. You said guard, I thought you said god, and I thought this had become Tales of Symphonia. Yes, I dare say my logic is foolproof.
Shall we begin?
Now all that remains is to find our man and make him confess to the crime. Wrong again, feels bad, man. Word has it, he's been doing his research underground these days. Oh, that's not conspicuous at all. That doesn't even look like it belongs there.
Now then.
I think it's time I did some fieldwork of my own. Now then. Now then. You never know when danger might strike, so you should probably save. That's the safest choice. That's a do. Subterranean study. How fabulously suboptimal. Okay, so before I trigger a fight, let's go this way. Ooh. What can a scholar do in combat anyway? Maybe he doesn't even fight. Hopeful, wishful thinking.
On you.
Breaking enemies. I know all about this. But what is this thing? It hurts whatever it is. It's mostly just
What is
like
the logical course of action?
it's an ice sentinel? Oh, I can fire you. We're gonna build this up a bit. We already know that his weakness is spears, I guess, but oops, I'm a wizard, Harry. The scholar bores his enemy to death with lecturing. All I can do is fire, so let's just fire once.
Oh, flames! Rain! Wrong!
Yeah, I know about boosting. Here comes the boost.
Now the true lesson begins!
And get decimated.
Not bad. A passing grade.
Well, you know, not bad. It looks like he got fired. I'm sorry. That's the only time. This game's putting me in bad pun territory because everything's a bad pun. It's amazing that he didn't have one.
I've done my research on you.
These playthroughs are worth it just for the catchphrases. I've researched you. I know all about you. You're undead. And if there's one thing I learned about the undead, it's that setting them on fire is the way.
Think not.
Also, why is this just here, underneath the study area? Who died?
Think not.
Ouchies.
What is the logical course of action?
Maybe one more.
Think not.
Do you think he's weak to just getting whacked with a stick? Maybe he's weak to the stick. Let me make sure that this works.
Oh, flames! Rain! Wrong!
Not good.
What's this now?
I'm like cursed. I'm cursed. Oh no. Maybe he doesn't like ice?
Oh, ice! Pierce
Icewind
them through.
Dale? He likes ice. Okay. I'm gonna die.
What's this now?
It's a happening. I'm gonna have to use my healing grape.
Let's try this.
Let's try this grape. Maybe it tastes good.
What's this now?
Is it weak to stick? It's weak to stick? For realsies?
What's this now?
I can't boost though, so that's unfortunate. Can I fix my situation at all? That's silence? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'm spooked. I got spooked.
I think not.
What's this now?
I'll just whack him. That works out. You're in for a whooping, Mr. Skeleton.
What is the logical course of action? I think not.
Guard one more time, don't do a special.
Interesting dilemma.
I gotta eat my healing grape.
Let's try this.
Skeletons are traditionally weak to bludgeoning. Ow! Ow!
What is the logical
so
course
mean.
of action?
No, I was going full bore. My focus is unparalleled. This thing is freaking immortal, dude. And I guess that should have been, you know, it being undead and all. I probably should have seen that coming. I'm gonna run out of grapes.
Let's try
That's it.
this.
I've been graped.
What's this? What's this now?
What's this? What's this now? No, no.
I think not.
What's this
What's
now?
the other advantage of this? Go into defensive region and act earlier next turn. Oh. Well.
I think not. What is the logical course of action?
We'll keep defending.
Think not.
This guy's tough. I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to beat him.
Think
Or
not.
another one like him. Let me put it that way.
What is the logical course of action?
Wow.
Thus
Okay.
ends your lesson.
That was tough. I'm out of grapes. I don't know how I feel about the situation. I do know how to feel about the situation. Not good. I don't feel good about the situation. I need that merchant. We'll come back for treasure in a second. If you need anything, just say the word. All the grapes. All the grapes. Alright, we're not messing around on our grapes. With whatever I have left, I'm getting some inspiriting plums, I think. Oh damn, those are expensive. I'll get a couple plums. Alright, that's what we got. Plums and grapes. Okay. Well, that looks like a dangerous. But I want treasure.
Time to teach
Okay,
you
that's
a
easier.
lesson.
I can handle these guys. I can study the foe and all. So his abilities, he gets to know one of their vulnerabilities early, which is pretty cool. Too bad he always finds the vulnerability that doesn't apply to us.
I think not.
Quite a fruity selection.
Now, what next?
You know, he's probably gonna die.
Let's try
I should
this.
just heal now. I don't trust anything.
What is the logical course of action?
Do you think it's weak to stick? Did we try stick last time? Oh, we didn't. I just assumed that the stick would do nothing. Silly of me.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
You should have studied harder.
Subtle commentary on the applicability of academics in that scenario. Yeah, it's, you gotta be a tactician, man. No fight was won without one of these. Anyway, I want the treasure. Herb of Light. Sweet. I don't know how to get to the one that was like downstairs. But I don't really want
I've
to bother.
done my research on you.
No, no, not the surprises. Oh, it turns out that they're weak to swords, too. If only I had one of those.
What is the logical course of action?
Oh, let's build it up.
Think not!
Never undervalue your stick.
What
This is
next?
a true reality of life. Oh no, he cut me. Why did he get 2 turns? That's not fair.
What next?
Now the true test. Oh, ice.
Oh, it hits both through. I didn't realize it would do that. It's an AoE.
What next?
Kill it.
Oh, ice. Pierce them through.
Yes.
You should have studied harder.
Well, he's pretty powerful. You should have studied harder. This is commentary on why you need a degree. If you ask certain people, they'll say that it is propaganda. Treasure. Light stones. I don't know what these do. Bear, can you go into bed, see? Okay, dude. Thanks for
Can't we
watching.
settle this like gentlemen?
Well, I have a
An
full complement now.
Interesting dilemma. Think not!
Okay, block him. Block him.
Now, what next? Think not!
So knowing what I know now, I can really just, like...
Now, what next?
I should really just do this.
Focus is unparalleled.
Actually, before I do that, one more time.
Think not!
No, no. Not the grenades. Enjoy your sleep, Bearkin.
What is the logical course of action?
Focus is unparalleled.
Bye-bye. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, that's right. They're frozen.
What is the
I'm taking
logical
all
course
the
of
risk here.
action?
Maximum risk. Here we go.
Not bad. A passing grade.
Oh, and I leveled up. And I can learn new skills. Oh, so nice. Also, I realized that we could have learned new skills with the merchant, and I forgot about that. She might have actually been able to learn something useful. So I could do lightning bolt. Analyze is really not that helpful. So I think what we want to do... Maximum risk equal maximum reward. Yeah, it's teaching me good lessons here. Deal lightning damage to all foes twice. Deal ice damage to all foes twice. See, this seems useful. Like, having one or both of these would be more useful than maybe lightning bolt. Oh, I could get both, though. Human beings are typically weaker to fire. We'll get fire, and maybe one day we'll get lightning bolt. I'm not gonna even save because I don't know if that's smart.
What?
Professor Albright. Are you always in the habit of barging into your peers' offices while they're working?
Excuse me.
My apologies. I would have knocked, but I didn't see a door.
A moment of your time.
Apropos of nothing, mayhap you've heard that a certain tome was stolen from the archives. I haven't the faintest clue what you're talking about.
Come now.
Come now, Russell. Playing dumb is just going to drag this out for both of us. So let's cut straight to the heart of the matter. You're a thief, and I can prove it. What the hell is you can?
The truth is...
Unfortunately for you, at precisely the moment you were trying to sneak back with the key, your friend the guardsman was just waking from his little slumber. But that's impossible. He was asleep. I'm positively...
Oh!
Keeping up on our friend's somnolence, are we, old chum? It was a slip of the tongue. I tell you, I know nothing about the goddamn book.
Is that so?
Figured you say as much. Then perhaps you'd care to accompany me to the academy, to prove your innocence, of course. Damn it! Damn it all to hell! It was the perfect plan. If not for your bloody meddling, I could have had it all. He don't say
I don't
heck.
think this one will listen to reason.
Why is he so big?
What is the logical course
He's
of action?
huge. Okay. What are these, water wisps? Dude, aren't you glad that I got a certain thing recently? Because I know I am. Boy, that's expensive. Tell you what, we're
Think not!
just gonna weather the hits a few. Oh no, the water's punching me.
Now, what next?
I really,
Think
really
not.
hope that he's weak to fire too, but he probably isn't. That'd be too easy.
An interesting dilemma.
Okay, let's just do a full thing,
Think not!
because I won't have much time after I do this. Ow?
An interesting dilemma.
We'll eat a healing grape.
Let's try
Get back
this.
up. And whack. That hurt a little bit. That hurt a little bit. I don't think healing was really worth it there. Oh, you get more turns? Stop it. Nuh-uh. Not allowed. Firestorm.
Focus is unparalleled.
He wasn't weak to fire.
Interesting dilemma.
That makes me sad. Oh, it broke them too. So I can fireball everybody. Oh, or I could just, firestorm. That would be smart.
A great inferno the land.
There they go. That hurt. Well, I gotta whack him, I think. I'm hoping that he doesn't bring any more ads, but he probably will. Do I have like a good thing?
Let's try this.
Evaporated. In before weak to lightning. No! That would suck. Whack-a-mole. Yeah. Slap him with a stick. Don't read into that.
Let's try this.
Made me have to eat one of my plums.
Interesting dilemma.
I'm angry.
Think not! What is the logical course of action?
I'm just gonna keep boosting.
Not!
Because we really need to break him.
An interesting dilemma.
Do you think he's weak to ice? I'm gonna test this.
Oh, ice, pierce them through.
There it is.
An interesting dilemma.
Dang it, he's gonna hit me with a hard thing. I don't know if he's weak to the stick yet.
He's weak to the stick. It hurt to figure that out.
What is the logical course of action?
Well, we'll healing
Let's
grade
try
one more
this.
time. This is fine. Wasting our turns a bit here, but that's okay. It's a
Now,
learning
What
process.
next?
So now we're gonna whack twice, thereby breaking him.
What is the logical
And with the
course
rest of our
action?
meter,
The true lesson
full
begins.
ice.
Oh, ice, pierce them through.
There we go. A little bit of stick whacking, a little bit of ice. Okay.
Think not. An interesting dilemma. Think not.
Jump
What
boost.
is the logical course of action?
He thinks he's gonna pull that off, does he?
next?
He really thinks he's gonna pull that off. How cute. Staff barrage. Like, what kind of silly, goofy animating would they give that attack? He just goes at them and conks him on the head a bit. Oh, he still cast it anyway? It's lame.
An
It's lame.
interesting dilemma.
It's a load of horse. A load of horseradish, I tell you.
Let's try this. An interesting dilemma. Think not. An
Not a conk, a
interesting
barrage.
dilemma. Now, what next?
Riveting gameplay. There's the double whack. Hopefully we can get a fully
Now,
upgraded
what
ice
next?
attack. There it is.
Oh, ice, pierce them through.
Is that the death? Yes. Oh man.
You should have studied harder.
Oh, Cirrus. Oh, jam. He had jam on him. We can just take that now, right? That's how it works. I swear, I never meant to. I just needed the money.
Just so.
That tome would fetch us a small fortune. This is true. And yet, did you not for a moment consider the consequences?
Say it is not so.
In stealing that tome, you would steal from our students something more valuable than all the realm's riches. A grave crime, no matter who would perpetrate it, but all the more unforgivable when committed by one who calls himself a scholar. Self-disappointment.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be. You actually did crack the case of the stolen book.
Indeed.
That I did, and yet I fear this may not be the only volume our friend has purloined. Russell has already confessed to the full extent of his crimes and revealed the names of his business associates. We need only track down the books and purchase them back. I'll speak to the guards and see that we redoubled the security of the archives. What's this? It says there's another book still missing. Did that scoundrel of a scholar steal this one as well?
Actually,
From the far reaches of hell. No, I can assure you that he did not. Been missing for some 15 years now. Russell's aggressive borrowing only extends some 2 years back.
I see.
I see. So this volume was lost or stolen long before that.
yes.
Right as always, Professor. Pray tell me more about From the Far Reaches of Hell. According to our records, it would seem to be a compendium of ancient rites and long-lost magics.
Actually,
If I'm not mistaken, it was the single oldest volume housed within our archives. Needless to say, it was a tremendous loss.
Most intriguing.
Oh, yet another mystery, it would seem. Yes, Mr. Smart Guy, 15 years is greater than 2. Wait. Professor Albright, the headmaster would speak with you at once.
Is Artemis?
Again? What could it be this time? Back to the headmaster. Perhaps he plans to commend you for your role in apprehending the library thief. I have no interest in accolades, but if he insists... Well... I couldn't possibly handle more compliments this time. Certainly not. Yeah, he's expelled. He's 110% expelled. You're fired. For puns. A grievous crime to pun in your literature. Wait, did I miss something? Is he upstairs? Oh. Excusez-moi, mademoiselles and messieurs.
I've brought Professor Albright, as asked, sir.
Good. Enter.
Here comes Yvonne. We all know Yvonne's such a good guy.
Thank you, Lucia.
Yes, Headmaster. What can I do for you?
Incoming reason for travel.
Something tells me he's not about to offer a commendation.
Professor Albright, a most troubling report has reached my ears.
A report, sir?
An anonymous source claims that you have abused your prestigious position to enter into an illicit relationship with Her Highness the Princess.
Oh no! The Southerner, she did it.
Oh. And you believe this report, sir?
If it is untrue, then say so.
Why, it is unfounded, unsubstantiated, balderdash of the highest order.
I would like to take your words at face value, Professor, but I fear the situation is not so simple. A rumor regarding the royal family, even an unsubstantiated one such as this, is sure to spread quickly. If we do not take swift action, Princess Mary's good name could be forever sullied. That is something that simply cannot be allowed to happen. Surely you understand.
And so what do you intend to do with me, sir?
It is not an easy decision to make.
Thrown under the bus.
Dismissing you outright would be tantamount to an admission of guilt.
If I may be so bold, Headmaster, what about a sabbatical?
Whoa, she has a way better voice than I'd given her.
Professor Albright has put on extended leave, while official accounts state that he's doing field work in a distant land.
What say you, Cyrus? This way, both the Academy's reputation and your own will remain intact.
My reputation?
Do we have a problem, Professor?
Not at all, Headmaster. On the contrary, this might prove the perfect opportunity.
Opportunity? For what?
As a matter of fact, there is a matter which has piqued my interest of late. I was just wondering when I might find the time to do a bit of research in the field. I think I will set forth on a journey
This is such a talky section.
in search of an ancient tome that disappeared 15 years ago.
It's not an accurate uptime. Kyo, that's not an accurate uptime. I've been going for longer than that. I had a blue screen that interrupted the stream.
Besides, if I am not permitted to share what I have learned with my peers and the public, there is little point in continuing my research here.
Is that so?
As it turns out, I can actually do all
tell,
of the endings.
Professor. What is it that you intend to investigate?
Or opening the prologues.
As regards a certain tome. Now, if you will forgive me, I must begin packing for my journey. Good day to you, Headmaster.
Timber would have lasted longer.
An enigma as ever, that one.
Well, today I'm going way longer, and actually, Kyo, I'm allowed to do no audio chat only. Oh, I gotcha. Well, then Captain can pass along the message that I can do all the different prologues, that it only applies per file. So the only limitation is I can only go 3 hours into one save, and such.
Oh, Therese, what is it?
I heard that you were leaving the academy.
It's your fault, Therese.
Then you heard true.
I'm not a hacker, Kyo.
Professor, I'm so sorry.
I see. So you were the source of the rumor.
You knew?
Not until just this moment, when you apologized. And yet, I cannot fathom your motive. Why would you tell such a terrible lie?
You're always helping Her Highness, answering her every question.
Jealousy.
I just wanted you to pay more attention to me.
And that's why you went to the headmaster.
Yes, but I just wanted to get you in a little trouble. I didn't think they would. I am so sorry, Professor. Can you ever forgive me?
And I wasn't smart enough to write things on my eyelids. No.
Worry not, my dear. It just so happens that I was looking for a good excuse to go on a journey.
You were?
For some time now, I've wanted to travel the realm and see what can be learned beyond these halls. I dare say the timing couldn't have been better. You see, there's a certain matter I simply can't wait to investigate. So fret not, my girl. If anything, you've done me a favor.
I don't know. It was
Besides,
fun doing the voices.
I am not entirely without fault in the matter.
But I feel like this is probably one of the
Indeed,
weakest storylines.
I have not been as attentive to you as I should. Had I realized your true intention sooner, I would not be in this position.
Professor, whatever do you...
Oh man, he's still angry.
If only I had realized how devoted you were to your studies, my dear girl.
My studies.
I have always striven to treat all my students equally.
No appreciation for story, character development, or learning.
And yet, Her Highness is always eager to ask questions, and I was all too eager to answer them.
It plays as a romance because of the whole love triangle thing. So, it's interesting.
In doing so, I may have given the impression that I favored her above you and the others. This was not my intention, but I am at fault all the same. Yes,
It's typically
if
being a
only I
hacker.
had seen you for the ardent and devoted young scholar that you are.
So this time we're going to approach things intelligently.
Professor.
There you go, Kyo. There you go. This time we're going to approach things intelligently. It's going to go better.
Perhaps you're not quite as sharp as I thought you were.
They gave me like, dude, Captain. Okay, let me put it into perspective. We fought 4 ice crystals, a zombie, and some stuffy old guy. Okay? That was all of the combat in this section. All of it.
Yes?
Should play Hollow Knight or Fortnite or Shovel Knight. See, I'm tempted to do Hollow Knight, except that I watched Captain do like the majority of it, and then on top of that, as far as I know, based on your opinions, like the Agent K Fox and a few others, I think everybody's a little bit like fatigued by Hollow Knight at this point.
Never mind.
I think I basically have with Hollow Knight what Captain has
In
with
that
you and
case,
Prime.
I should be off. Pray do not shirk your studies, my girl.
They make fun of you for taking too long as a meme.
Yes, Professor. Will I ever see you again?
I do not see why not, provided we both still live.
It's one of Agent Fox's favorites. Somehow I doubt the legitimacy of that statement. Or, oh yeah, Chiori. Chiori really loves that one. Wow. It's a whole nother world. Let's scrutinize him. Let's scrutinize. Let's see now. After the great pestilence in the Riverlands, the apothecary decided to dedicate himself to disease prevention and swift treatment. He now works together with the Royal Academy in Adelsdam to create both medicine and new forms of treatment. Most intriguing. Shovel Knight is super fun. I still have to do Shovel Knight too. Team babies like that. Whoa, man.
How fair thee.
The library of the palace is filled with
And thus,
libraries are for me. Cows are my priority. I like cows. Let me scrutinize the cowman. Let's see now. A thoughtful rancher who delivers the fresh milk from his cows to his parents every morning. His parents worry for his future, though, and he dedicates his entire life to work alone. Most intriguing. Wow. A workaholic. I don't think that that's a mentality that exists in America.
No.
Like, he works too hard. I'm
All
concerned.
I can about from the far reaches of hell.
I'm sure I could have talked to other
erstwhile
people, but...
colleague, Det knows more about arcane studies than anyone I know. Last I heard, she sojourned in Quarry Quest. I should begin my journey there.
I think so far, just in terms of the style of playing him, as well as just the general, like, aesthetics and almost cheesy. Like, I really enjoyed the cheese of Alf. I liked Alf's story. Okay, I would only write off Hollow Knight if you feel like you know too much of it, or you're worried about it being too difficult. It's quite fun to watch other playthroughs of it, because they're quite different. And so Sirius left the Academy behind in search of the lost tome. From the far reaches of hell, what dark secrets might its pages hold? Only the gods know. Next time on Octopath Traveler. It's quite fun to watch other playthroughs of it because they are quite different. I said quite too many times. I revealed my bias for Ceres. There it is. I think you like romances, Captain. I think you're into the lovey goo goo kisses. I read you like an open book.
Think not.
Then again, in the wrong hands, the information that I like Alphys' storylines will make people be like, "You like Alphys? Are you gay?" That's gonna happen. Oh, he's weak to sticks. I'm gonna stick this pig.
Think not.
I like how the scholar's path. Fighting pigs, it's hard.
Think not.
They're just senpai lovers. You only gay as a meme, as you assume most do. And here goes. Alright, the pig survived. That's not good.
Think not. Now, what next?
I don't know how far forward I want to pursue.
Think not. An interesting dilemma.
Interesting.
Think
Interesting. Alright, I can take one more hit before I need to heal.
Let's try this.
Let me grape you a question. Okay, that's like...
Now,
I just realized that can be
what
interpreted in
next?
that can, never mind.
What is the logic?
This is a tough pig. Oh no, he ate a mushroom.
What next?
He had the mushies. Okay. Can I, like, cook this pig? Would that be acceptable?
Think not.
He's gotta be weak to fire, right?
What
Are you weak to fire?
Oh, flames! Rage! Rum!
Not weak. He's not even a cookable pig. No wonder he's still alive.
Now, what next? Think not.
Alright, pig.
Now, what next? Let's try this.
This is a fight, dude. What's going on? The only thing I can beat him up with is a stick.
What is the logical?
Come on. We got this. Whoa, dude. Maybe I can freeze it? Maybe it doesn't like freezing.
Yes, the truth!
Okay, I killed him with it, but that was not his
bad.
weakness.
A passing grade.
It was pretty terrible, actually. You should study more, dude. How did I manage to get a random encounter between, like, one place and the other? Ooh. A monster came out of nowhere and it got me in the leg. I can hardly put any weight on it. I hate to be a bother, but do you have a healing grape to spare? You wonder if there will be any real love stories in the game, since most of the characters are playable? Maybe. Phew, feels good to be back on my feet. I can't thank you enough. I'd have been done for if you hadn't come along. My name is Kit. Oh yeah, it's still Kit Harington. I'm on a journey to find my father. He disappeared when I was just a boy. Are you on a journey too? Perhaps our paths too will cross again someday. Be safe. May your travels bring you all that you seek. So every time, from now on, because I keep forgetting, that's how he is. He sounds like the ooh voice when he's injured, and as soon as he gets better, he's Kit Harington. You know, if I ever can do a proper Kit Harington impression. Kit has a lot of trouble traveling. Yeah, seriously. Okay, so that's that one. That's that guy. I forget, do you stream on Sundays, Cap? Or are these your night off? Oops. Back into the game. Acquire. to any of you who have been long time watching and enjoying and having a fun time, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this real quick. We're not done yet, we're still doing a couple more endings. But if you've been enjoying what you've been seeing so far and you like the community, you can go ahead and click on that Discord link to join the Timbertaft Raft, where there's stuff. But mostly I post my schedule, so if you really want to know when I stream, that's the thing. No, Kyo, I'm not done. I'm just posting a thing so that people know. Alright. Now, I'm gonna take a quick water break. I'm not pausing or anything, I just need some water. Is it you, or is it on fire? Oh, am I dropping frames? Okay. That was actually kind of hard on my voice, because there was so much, so many accents to do there. Alright, so we have McGruff over here. There's also the Thief, the Cleric, and Hanit. I've really been looking forward to Hanit. I think we'll do her next. Let's do Fran. Let's do Miss Butt.
Buttons on.
Oh my god, Hanit's a guy? Oh god, I just got baited. Wow. It's not a girl. You think it's Panic Basket? Is your internet done? 1 year ago.
Good. Thou hast yet to depart.
Okay, I just misheard the voice. Thank God. I knew for sure it had to be. It had to be. Oh, I got a snow leopard. Alchemy may be upset
by sentiment, my girl.
that she's missing this.
It ill behooved me to leave without bidding my favorite prentice fare thee well.
A joke, as always.
Yeah, Virus, can you confirm or deny? Am I still going? Did I die? I'll let Captain get sorted. This is kind of a good stretch. Still live. God, dicks. Actually, I think this is a good time. I'm not ending. Don't go anywhere. But I think this is as good a time as any for me to go on a very brief, very short break so that I can stretch, because I feel a crick in my back. It's gonna kill me. Alright, we're back, and the microphone's not muted this time around. Let's do this.
Will thy journey be long, Master?
A good question, that.
Zanta.
The request cometh from none other than the Knights Ardent. The hunt will taken us to distant lands, and the beast we pursuing is a fearsome one.
I like how these forest people seem to speak in a higher level language than everyone else.
I see.
Ha ha ha! Looking not so glum, girl. I'm no tyro with green arrows and bruises on his bow arm. I'll do the deed and be back before 2 moons have passed. Still no smile? What is it, my girl?
'Tis not the hunt that concerneth me. Thou intendest to stoppin' off somewhere along the way.
Stopping off. Oh my god, this is gonna be rough. General stopping off.
Oh, here and there, mayhap. Why dost thou ask?
Thou forgettest or feign'st ignorance, so I will remind thee. On the last hunt, thou gambledest away thy purse and came back a poorer man than thou left.
Poorer in coin, mayhap. Yes, I did make a few wagers at the arena in Victor's Hollow. And learned that while I have a keen eye for assessing the strength of beasts, I am quite at a loss with men. A valuable lesson that was cheaply bought.
Not so cheap in the end. Eliza had to pay in thy debts, and thou only finishedst paying her back this last moon. Promise me, Master, no more foolish gambling.
Boy, there's an underlying gambling problem in this game. We're back. Hey, Captain. Welcome back. All you really missed was me taking a pause break.
But what of the old hunter's saying? If the first arrow faileth, knock a second, try again.
It's the last dart on gold, not alive, not alive.
Thank you so much, Houndoom, for the subscription, and going on to the 9 months in a row. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I cannot believe that you've been a subscriber for 9 months. And that's basically since I've had affiliates, so thank you, buddy, for following the Timber Taft way. The heroic aura permeates your path wherever you step. Angel Thump.
Thou just madest that one up.
Come now, girl. Thou art too young by half for such world-weary sighs. Must thou makest our parting so gloomy?
She's a party pooper, is what that translates to.
I turn to thee, Hagen. Looking after Master, for he can rarely be bothered to looking after himself.
I got you, man, and my goal is 1 year. I appreciate it, dude.
Even thou takest her side against me,
How have you been, by the way? Glad to see you. Having a good day?
He knoweth good sense when he heareth it.
It's like that burp noise that they sometimes use for
thou
animal.
not at me, thou faithless turncoat.
Hail, Hanit. Have you come to see us off?
I have come in to warn Master about straying from the path.
And I thank you for it. I do not have the leaves to pay another debt like that.
Oh, because they're in the forest, so they use the leaves as dollars.
Have I not a single ally in
Timber
this
likes the story
infernal
better, a lot
village?
more grunts and growls. I mean, it's got the booty. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that Hanit has a nice booty. It's like Fran.
I am your
how-
friend,
how can you ha-
but I am
how can you
also a
hate
knight
that?
ardent, and your client. You would do well not to forget this.
And there goes the PG rating for the Timbertown channel.
Most honorable Lady Eliza of the illustrious Knights Ardent.
Also, can you guys hear me okay? I sat back a little bit, just so that
That's more like it.
I'm not like right in the camera, but it could be. If it's affecting the audio, if it doesn't sound good, just let me know and I'll like reposition myself somehow.
Fear not. I'll keep him out of trouble. I'll have him fill his evenings penning a detailed account of our adventures on the hunt.
I'm a bit quiet, so I have to be pulled up. So what games do I have for Switch?
Taken
You're looking for
care,
more multiplayer
and
games?
may
I have
thine
Splatoon
arrows
2.
strike true. I shall look after the forest till the day of thy return.
I have Splatoon 2, I have Mario Kart 8, and I'll be getting Smash when it comes out. That's kind of all I've gotten in terms of multiplayer. I could knock the game down one if I want to sit back. That's probably... Let's see if I can do that. How's that? Better? That's like exactly one. I don't know if it made a difference though.
Thank thee, my girl, and farewell.
Oh yeah, and I might eventually get Mario Tennis. You'll add me in a week and add Mario Kart? Cool. Maybe on one of my free days I'll make that the game.
Day. In all that time, Master could only be bothered to send in a single letter.
Harnet, 'tis me, thou revered master. Missest me? I won't bore thee with any blather about the weather or the season. Who knoweth when this will even arrive, after all?
Oh, well, I generally try not to talk over talking anyway. Might be for the better, but yeah, okay. Let me see if I can, like, duck it down one more notch. So the mic's showing a negative 2.9. Audio input capture is, of course, at 0. So if I notch this back to like that, maybe that's better. Maybe even like that. How's that? Too quiet? I went ahead and knocked the notches down anyway. Go ahead and let me know. I'll wait for the delay. Just want to confirm real quick. Make sure that we sound good. So this is me talking. Here's the music. Obviously nobody's talking, but... Oh, the game is still nice and loud. Sounds good to you via sound. Okay, Houndoom. I guess we'll see how it goes. And you can let me know if it's still a drowning problem, because I like being back here. It feels better on the back.
For 3 months now, I have pursued the trail of the beast sought by the Knights Ardent. A beast by the name of Red-Eye. That's their name for it, leastwise. As for its true name, if it even hath one, none can say. But on my father's bow, I swear 'tis the most vexing quarry I've ever had the misfortune to hunt in.
Had with a D-E.
It eludeth mine every trap, and though thou may thinketh me mad for saying this, I swear
Red-Eye's
it
black
even
dragon.
senseth every move I make. I know not if it is human intelligence or pure animal instinct, but either way, it refuseth to be caught.
Hey, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Everybody in the chat, Yu-Gi-Oh! Represent. I was a,
Still, we appear to have annoyed it sufficiently that it is moving on to new pastures.
I was a big fan of the... What deck did I have? It was a Blackluster deck, right? So it had, like, the Blackluster Soldier and the Envoy the beginning, Envoy the end, that kind of thing. Dark
Judging from its
Magician Girl.
behavior, I believe it meaneth to make for the lands around Stoneguard. I will be frank with thee, my girl, for thou'st always been able to see through my pretenses.
Pretenses.
The chase will be hard, and the hunt will not endeth soon. But fear not, for endeth it shall. Hast thou ever knowest your master to fail?
Real cards, anime or bust. Hey, I like the anime too. I did all of it. All of it. Except for the video games.
So
They
I
kind of
ask
got weird.
you, my dear apprentice, pray look after the village until I return. Oh, and be not a worrywart. Always thy friend and teacher, Xanta.
Never heard Master admitteth that any hunt would be difficult.
I his boy, but who knows if I'm lying. Yeah, Captain, I think, I mean...
Either this
you're
red eye
probably a
is
girl,
truly
right?
the most formidable of beasts.
Like that's... I never asked, so I just, you know, we assumed... I just assumed. But, like, you know, that was never a question I put out there. You do have long hair. Long, red, flowing hair.
Or he stoppeth in every gambler's den from here to Stoneguard. But no, Master liketh to act in the fool, but when it cometh to hunting...
Stop before you trigger KO. Oh no.
If he saith he will catcheth his quarry, then catcheth it he will.
Aw, sad Linda.
Yes, Linda, I know. Master entrusted the safety of the village to me. My duty now is to the villagers. Come in. Let us visit in the headman, and see if anyone hath need of my bow.
Let us visit in the headman. Hold on. There. I think this was a good decision on everyone's part. Did that not work? Hey, title. Do the thing. I want to keep things fresh in here. Oh my goodness, it didn't set title. Pretty sure did that work? No, it didn't work. Did my dog die? Last try. There it is. You were sleeping, Hound. Come on, dude. Not you, Houndoom. I just realized it could get confusing. Use the radar in the bottom right to check the area and find your heading. I would just apologize. I don't want to confuse you because I'm talking about the bot, the Hound bot. Wow, there's so many things that are vividly described and laid out. Everybody's gonna talk to me in a funny accent.
Hello.
I haven't taken a day off from my training in 10 moons. One day I'll be Master Xanta's #1 apprentice. Just thou waiting. Look at this normal dog. Look at, he's just a normal doggy. He's not a wolf. He's not a snow leopard.
Oi!
Oi! No visitors allowed.
I am Hornet.
I am Groot. Headman, how might my bow serveth thee today?
Hello.
Every day thou come here seeking work. Sometimes I wonder if thou art truly thy master's prentice. But jesting aside, no, there is no hunt today.
I see.
Is there aught else I might do?
Well, the youngsters are always in need of lessons. Thou couldst give them a lesson or two in my bowmanship. The clan of Darkwood inherited the lore of the beasts and the trees. Yet today only thou and Xanta can truly use that lore. Why, when I was a mere stripling...
Yes. I have heard your stories before, and I know how long they are.
Oh, long-winded tales are the vice of many an old man. My apologies, child. But if thou couldst show in the youngsters the way of the hunt, I would be grateful.
I'm asking.
I saw 2 of them waiting eagerly in the square. Perhaps thou couldst start in with them.
Yes.
Is this your girl, Hotney? It is Hotney. It will be done. It's Fran, in the flesh. Want me to be the village idiot or the working girl? Well, I kind of did those though already. I did the working girl already. And the village idiot, if we're talking about if you're talking about the merchant or you're talking about the apothecary, I've done both. Really all I've got left is the cleric, the knight, and the thief. And I'm realizing now, I'm not sure if I can actually do all of them today. I think this might have to be the last one for tonight, and I may have to do one more session just to get through all of these openings. But the game comes out in 5 days. How will we do this? Hey, coffee drinker. How you doing? Welcome back. Ooh, I can provoke him. Provoke this individual.
Very well.
Oft doth our hunters venture in unto the Whisperwood to hone their skills. Shouldst thou been inclined to doing the same, bewarein. Huntin' half-heartedly, and thou wilt becomen hunted. I will provoke you. Go forth, my friend. How well hast thou learned Xanta's tricks? I shall test in you. Oh.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted. Letting the hunt beginning.
Oh my goodness. Why am I killing you? Why am I killing you? Can you use a forest fox? Or a binding claw? I don't understand any of this. That restores health. That's blinding claw, so that's a blind. Does it use anything?
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Oh, I can only use them so many times in the fight. I getcha. Thanks, Linda.
The hunt endeth.
I see you're playing every character individually first. Yep, that's the plan. I'm going through each of the prologues right now. That's why I did the dancer earlier. I did the dancer. I've done the apothecary now. I've done the merchant. I've done the scholar. Now we're on the hunter. You can't take the Old English vocabularities. It seemeth we have won. Really didn't need to do that though. Wow, though. Yeah, this playthrough, just to put into perspective, like, I know that I took a break in the middle, but, like, it's been 24 minutes, and so far all we've done is talk.
Leave it to me.
Might I show you the fruits of my training? Oh, so you're the ones I wanted to provoke. Yep, so far, of the ones I played, I just watched someone else and learned Tressa is extremely overpowered at a price. Tressa is very good, yeah. She's very good at getting money, and because she can get money so easily, you can very easily just overstock on grapes and plums and all of the stuff. I'm sure there might be something else there too, because I forgot to get skills. I'm guessing that she has kind of a Yojimbo thing eventually too, where you can like throw, like just do a solid 1,000 damage worth based on like 1,000 gold. I forgot that there were skills. Training time, is it?
Standest thou against me, then be hunted. What next?
Oh, my only attack is to summon beasts. Okay. Wait, so do I not get the forest fox back? Also, Mossy Meep restores my health. That's pretty cool. That's just a free attack, though.
What next?
She hits really hard. There has to be a catch. Oh, she can hire mercenaries to do a lot of damage.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I just want to test this, okay? So he's dead now. We used the wolf. So that's 2 wolves down. So now we're about to do one more fight. Oh.
Now then.
Thou growest adept at fighting.
So.
But thou must be more cautious than ever, for thou knowest just enough to get thyself into trouble.
Oh.
Have you tried pressing the back button? I don't think I have. I'll have to attempt it. I think Spot is always there with you, but you have to poke him on the others and get limited uses. Oh, transport to... Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna keep doing it the way I've been doing it now, because... Yeah, too late.
Fortune smiling.
I've learned much since last thou sawest me. Beholden. Let's beholden this fellow.
Standest thou against me, then be hunted.
Is she Mr. Krabs?
Let
I didn't
my
even see
arrow
that,
fly
sorry.
and true.
Yeah, so it does use up the forest foxes permanently. Okay. I can dig it. We're just gonna defend for a bit, okay? Oh, he hit me.
Letting
Oh
the
no.
hunt beginning.
What will I do?
Come in, if thou darest.
Go, Linda. Now let's charge up Linda.
Letting
This is
my
gonna be
arrow
great.
holding back nothing.
Go, Linda. Destroy. Oh.
Thou didst fight with courage.
Oh. Oh, I feel so bad for him. He didn't just... That wasn't practice. That was a fatal injury. He's dead. You can see the blood pool. Ugh.
Well.
Well, dost thou feel more attuned to thy surroundings?
Yep.
Yuk, I feel much more able to anticipating with swift carry my dartest next. He has such a
Excellent.
goofy voice, I don't know why. Very good, an important lesson that.
Hello there.
Hotris Hanit! See you later, Houndoom. Sleep well. See, now know what you like. No appreciation for the finer things like books and scars. Listen. What is it?
Well, really?
The headman sent me to find thee. He said he must speak with thee right away, eh?
Understood.
I will make haste. He is at home, I take it.
That's right.
And also to all over you. Good night, Houndoom. An urgent hunt, mayhap?
Greetings.
Headman, you wished to see me. Yes, a request hath come in from the Demesne of Lord Ciaran. It would seem a beast hath strayed into his provincial forest.
I see.
And he will it gone. Just so, he asketh for our best hunter. I don't know, the one that Desmundi, I don't know what the heck that is. And while Master Zanta is off on the hunt, that meaneth thee. Understood.
I'm asking ye.
Always remember, Hanit, since time immemorial ours has been a village of great hunters and huntresses. Yes, far and wide beyond the edges of the dark wood our home. The bards sangeth of our exploits, and all the realm lauded fair Swaki as the home of the true hunter. Is that not how it went?
Egads!
Ho! Have I told it that many times? Long-winded tales, my dear. are the vice of an old man, yes. As for the hunt, I am ready when needed.
Splendid!
Excellent. Lord Ciaran's messenger awaiteth inside. He will telleth thee all thou needst to know. I feel like I'm the Decatry.
I am ready.
I will speak to him at once.
I'm asking ye.
Hanit, prithee thou not, Master Zanta, would thee not?
Fair befallen
Of
thee.
course. Thank ye. I'd feel so bad if I was the voice actors being cast and I find out that I'm playing this role.
Well met.
Like, oh, this whole game has like a silly language. Like, no, just you. My apologies for the urgency of the matter, but monsters pay little heed to the convenience of men.
Nay.
I am here to serve. Telling me more about this beast. Your quarry is to be a fearsome beast that has wandered into the Whisperwood from the gods know where. A monster that hath strayed from its home.
Yes.
Aye. Just this morning, a merchant and an injured companion fetched up at our manor in frightful shape. As one man told it, the other was in no condition to speak. Their caravan had been waylaid by the beast, and they were the only survivors.
This bodeth ill.
How dost thou know when this creature was responsible?
Well, actually...
Lord Ciaran's scholars were called upon to investigate the matter. From the merchant's testimony, they concluded the men were attacked by a savage beast known as Gisarma.
Truly?
I have heard of this creature. Its baleful roar would make it an unlikely fit for the tranquil Whisperwood. His lordship is most anxious to protect his subjects, needless to say. He seeks the help of a most capable hunter in the village, and so in Master Zanta's absence, we turn to you. What say you, Hanit? Will you free our fair province of this unholy menace?
I am ready.
Tell in thy lord that I shan't fail him. Indeed. There is a dignity about you that Master Zanta lacks, but I see you share his passion for your calling. I hope you will continue to inherit only his better qualities. Master is a fine teacher. He showeth by example both what a hunter oughteth and oughteth not to doen. Well said. Well said. It would seem we are in safe hands indeed. Yes, thou art. Apparently, it's the land attached to a manor and for personal use. Shade thrown on Hanit's culture. Wow, silver metal hunter. Wow, yeah, that's cool. So we learned something. I learned a word. This guy's still incapacitated. I think he's dead. Also, okay, these guys got better. Was this the only person who I, like, obliterated permanently? We're gonna hit random encounters now. I can feel them. Oh. I want these treasures, though.
standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Whoa, dude, it's a zigzagoon. Hold on. Are you called a
Come in,
zigzagoon?
if thou darest.
You're a marmot. It's a marmot. Oh my god. I'm gonna get ye, varmints. Oh, I can, like, capture them. It really is Pokemon. It really is Pokemon. That's crazy. Oh, it's not weak to Linda. Oh no. This varmint is going to get the best of me. Wow, this sounds like it would be incredible. Is it weak to the bow? Oh yeah.
Let my arrow fly and true.
Oh, I can capture him 100% success? He knows how to slash. Okay.
The hunt endeth.
Marmot! I've caught a marmot! Hey, Pikachu. Alright. Give him a rare candy. Do I even have candy? I have olives and plums and grapes. Marmot was sent to the PC. Oh man. Oh god, why am I pacing? I was in-game pacing.
Thou against
no,
me?
It's a moss pig.
Then be hunted.
Oh god, not
What
a moss
next?
pig. Oh, it's a mossy meep. This is what they are. I should really capture you. What are you weak to? Not that. Let me tell you.
Come in, if thou darest.
Alright, he's weak to the axe.
What next?
So, I guess we'll do it again. Can I catch the mossy marmot? Do I get XP if I catch them, or does that like remove it? Alright, low probability of success right now. He's gonna body bash me, that's fine. Let's get the 2 hits off. Still alive. I need to take him. I gotta take the mossy marmot, man. Or, he's not a marmot. The meep.
Thou didst fight with courage.
Mossy meep cares not for your attacks. You attempted to hit it in the face with a bludgeoning weapon. It does not seem very effective. Aha. Oh, this is very subtly some actual Final Fantasy music.
Now, let us hunt him.
Let
my arrow fly and true.
It is a ratkin. What does a ratkin hate the most? That! It hates that the most.
What next?
Go, Linda. Or I could use, heck, I could use Marmot. I'll bet Slash is pretty good, right?
Let my arrow fly
ouchies,
and
that
true.
hurts. Ratkin, not a fan of the axe. Alright, Mr. Ratkin.
Let the hunt begin.
Can I capture you? I can. Is there any disadvantage just capturing every hero? Havoc14. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for being around. I hope you're having a good time. I'm really proud of my alerts for actually firing off before the bot does. That's kind of how it was supposed to be, but the past few streams, the bot would kick in before I get the alert, and then I'd be like, oh, thanks so much for the follow, and then it would blow up in my screen. I'd be like, yeah. Ooh. Oh, man. Those poor guards and dogs and people. Spirits have mercy. This was not done in the name of survival. The Gisarma sought not food, it sought sport and wanted slaughter. It sleweth these men and beasts for no reason other than as fearsome show of its dreadful power.
This bodeth ill.
I see thou tremblest, little one. Thine heart is filled with fear. Thou witnessedst what the beast did. It madeth thee bear witness. Patience, I shall return and attend to the fallen. But first they shallen be avenged. Oh no, it gives a little hand lick.
If thou wilt.
Wilt thou protect them, friend, until my return?
Thou hast my thanks.
Thank thee. I shall return anon. To Eton, to Ben Eton. This is the fate and the privilege of any beast of the forest. A life for a life, so it hath been since the dawn of time.
Unacceptable.
But to slay in for sport, for pleasure or greed, is to betray in the law of nature. I'm not properly pronouncing the extra E's? Each time a creature taketh more than it needeth, a part of the forest dieth. I hunt not merely to keep in Lord Kjaran's people safe. I hunt to save in the forest itself. Better, Cap? Oh, I'm so aimless right now. Sure there was treasure that way, but...
Standest thou against me?
Oh, this one has the blinding claw.
Then be hunted. Come in, if thou darest.
I could always replace... I mean, I got lots of How is there like a limit to these? Good job, Retkin. You're my fave.
Come in, if thou darest.
It's definitely weak to the bow, so that means... Rain of arrows.
Rain
Just
of
be
arrows
dead.
up on them.
Oh, it missed a bunch. Well.
Letting my arrow fly.
Let's see if I can catch him.
What next?
Got him. Fox wasn't too wily. I could still catch him.
My quarry.
She's a little OP. Honey is a teensy tiny bit OP.
Now, letting us hunt him.
It's because the red hair.
Come in.
Yeah,
if
where's
thou
Kyo?
darest.
This should have triggered him by now. I don't remember what this is weak to. I think it was axes. It doesn't like axes.
What next?
Not red enough to keep Kyo's attention. There we go. Smacked him in the face a bit, and then... come on, Linda. Good girl.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Ouch, that smarts.
Come in, if thou darest.
I like to imagine that this is like a Robin Hood rat. Like, just look at those pecs. He's clearly like the hero, the hero rat.
I honor thee, my quarry.
I figured killing him would be in my best interest this time. Save point. Is there anything out this way? Yup. Of course there is.
Now, letting us hunt
This makes you the sheriff.
What next?
Yes, I am now the rat hero. Wow, there's a lot of things in the field. Can I, like, just kill you? They're weak to all the things. Pretty sick.
Coming, if
My
thou
turn.
darest.
Did you miss me? I don't want to waste it.
Raining arrows up on me.
It was worth.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Alright, I think what we're gonna do... Let's do some... Can I capture these guys? I can cap at least one of you. Can I take at least one of the beasts you've already captured to make room for the latest catch? No. Yeah. Oh no, he blinding struck me. It's alright, I'll just, summon a beast. Come on, Mossy Meep. Thank you, Mossy Meep. I'm gonna have to use my other beast. I have to rely on Forest Ratkin to do the job for me. Clutch Meep. Yeah, the Meep came in. The Meep's here. Alright, Linda, you know what to do. Obliterate.
Thou didst fight with courage.
The 661, though. The 661. Oh, skills. Nice. I got them, that's for sure. Oh, I can just randomly examine stuff? Oh, I can examine my monsters. I got the skills that kills. So what's all this then? Deal heavy lightning damage to a single foe. Cause a single foe to act at the end of the... Wait. To act at the end of the turn for 2 turns. Why would I want that? That sounds weird. Attack a single foe with a bow, otherwise lethal attacks will instead leave the target with 1 HP. That's also weird. Why would I want that? Oh, to keep... so I can cap them. Attack all foes 5 to 8 times with a bow. That's good. Increase all allies' critical rate and accuracy for 2 turns. I really like the idea of Arrow Storm. Yep, it's so I can cap. There we go. Level 5. Need anything, just say the word. I don't really. I'm doing pretty okay, but I guess some inspiriting plums would do. Oh, here we go. Why you figure things out before I type them? Aww.
Not acceptable.
That is enough. Grog. He heard the wolfles, I know. Thou scarest me not, beast. Is it not so? Thou wert driven from thine home. Bested by a beast more powerful, thou fledst and foundest thyself here.
I see.
I understand thy pain all too well. But to turn in thy grief and anger against innocent creatures, that is a sin of men. It was thy duty to adapt into the forest, to let in it find in a place for you. Instead, thou wouldst rip out its heart and claim it as thine own. This cannot be forgiven.
Thou hast trespassed, beast. And in the name of the forest, I visit judgment upon thee.
Come in then, if
Wow,
this
it's
beest
ugly.
thy will.
You're
Come
ugly,
in, if thou
ugly monster.
darest.
Alright, let's commence with the testing. It doesn't like arrows. That works for me.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Let's see. So forest ratkins are viable. Does it not like slash either? Oh, that works too.
What next?
Alrighty. So what do you guys think? Perhaps summon beast. Let's do actually, I don't really need to summon right now. I think my best bet would be Rain of Arrows, because that's just going to take him right through.
Raining arrows up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Come in, if thou darest.
And now, of course, our trusty beast. Go, Linda. Winter Lesbo. Caw! Hello, Winter. You come
Letting
just
my
in
arrow
time.
fly and true.
Alright, let's do a bit of the Mossy Meep, I think. It's a good time for it. Thank you, Mossy.
Come in, if thou darest.
Alright, I think we want to hit it a couple times. Do you think the forest ratkin hits harder? Maybe?
Letting the hunt begin.
And I underutilize my Marmot. Deal critical damage with a bow to a single foe. I could do this when it's like vulnerable next time. Think I can break it?
Raining arrows up on them.
There it goes. Okay. I think I know. I think I know what we're gonna do. This is gonna be exciting, guys.
Holding back nothing. Aiming carefully, shooting true.
Oh, that did as much as the beast did. Linda could do better.
Letting the hunt begin.
Never evolve a 6-Zagoon if I don't use him. Well, you think that he's weak to this? Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, I can't tame him. What trickery is this? Is there anything that restores mana? Restores health? No, it doesn't look like it. I do have more than one Mossy Meep too. So that's pretty cool.
Come in, if thou darest.
Come on, if. Taming him would break the story.
Letting the
Oh,
hunt
don't be silly.
begin.
Oh, he appears ready to respond to any attack, then I won't attack.
What next?
Let's just meep up. I think we're gonna meep up right now. Yo, Winter isn't dead. This sounds so familiar. It is pretty intense.
Letting the hunt begin. Come in. Letting the hunt begin.
That's good enough. No, I'm actually a ghost. Boo.
Come in, if thou darest.
Boo. Alright, how about, you know, I can afford to take a pot shot. Uh-oh.
Come in, if
Meep.
thou darest.
Come out here, Mossy Meep, I like you.
What next?
Alright, defending time.
That could have been worse.
Next?
Do you think if I, like...
Holding back nothing.
That would be a waste right now. Maybe if I do, like, one more normal attack? Now, he hits me in the face.
Come in, if
but
thou
it
darest.
doesn't matter that much. Because now I can do, like, Rain of Arrows. I'll break him. Which works out. And now, with all the points invested in me...
Letting the hunt begin.
I'm gonna try something. Alright, Force Rat
Holding
hit.
back nothing.
Wow, that didn't do as much as I hoped.
What next?
Well, I have 2 points left. I could do that. I also have enough for one more Rain of Arrows. Which, it attacks 5 to 8 times. I could potentially, like, just interrupt him.
Rain of arrows up on him. No!
Wow, that hurt. Wow, that hurt. Don't pounce. Do not do the pounce. I forbid it. Meep. Thank you, Meep.
What next?
Man, the defense sound is remarkably like the Steam message sound. Rip. Okay. Should I eat the plum? Should I defend? Meep is a little OP, I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate it though.
Come in, if thou darest.
How about...
Yeah.
2 regular attacks on this. Oh, he's just dead. Rip.
The hunt endeth.
Healing Grape Bunch. Aw, more grapes. Rog.
Thy life is given not in vain, for it will feed in others.
I wouldn't eat that. Just saying.
Thou art of the forest now, and in the forest naught is lost.
And then they eats him.
Come in, my friends. This life belongeth to all. The animals that eateth the grass becometh food for the animals that eateth meat.
What if it was deep fried?
The eaters of meat in their turn feedeth those yet stronger. And when the strongest of all dieth, his life is returned to the forest. His flesh feedeth the soil, the grass. His blood becometh sap, his bones wood. He becometh the food of the plant-eaters, and the circle beginneth once more.
I'd just like to point out to you guys that if you're playing the game like this, you have up to 24 hours of demo. It's a 24-hour demo. You just have to keep restarting from different origin stories, but like that's pretty impressive.
Lives entwined, a tapestry woven anew each dawn.
Sorry, I know
Every
that was a
thread
meta
a part
thing.
of
I
the
was just
whole.
thinking about it. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's the circle of feedeth. The circleth of life. Listen, Hanit, being a hunter means taking lives. But we do it so we do it so we might live. Never forgetting it is thy sacred duty to live on.
To surviving and honoring those fell by thine own arrows. As long as he speaketh only of hunting, he is the wisest of men. If only that were all he cared about.
Oh? Oh dear.
The hunt is over. Now it is time to tend in to the fallen.
But when you get the game, the everything that I'm... Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Good day.
You look well. I trust the hunt was a success.
Well,
The beast will trouble in thee no more. These graves.
Yes.
I took the liberty of digging them while I waited for you to return.
thou hast my thanks.
Thank thee, but I have a request. Leaven the beasts be, let in the forest reclaimeth them. That is the way of the wood.
But of course.
As you wish, milady. I think you only play one origin story in the game, then you meet the others as you go, but I'm not sure. This is true.
Hmm?
How do you have this game already? I don't have it. This is the demo. It's still the demo. I'm just playing through the origins before the game comes out. Hagen, thou returns to us. Hacks.
Hmm?
Where is Master? Hath something befallen him? He's confused and frightened. Thou didst run here, didst thou not? And alone? Doth Master needeth my help?
Ow, 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 woo.
Just so.
It's all right. Easy, boy, easy.
But you could have different save files in the game if you choose to do different storylines. Am I allowed to have more than one save file? It only gives me one in the demo as far as I could tell. Needs more woo. Woo.
There now. That's a good boy. Master is in trouble. That much is clear. I must hasten to his side, if anything were to happen to him.
The hunt is on.
Hagen, canst thou guide me to Master?
Or is it Hugin? I think it's Hugin. Rough.
Whatever hath befallen him, we shall save him, thou and I.
Also, welcome to the stream, Steven. Sorry, I've been going for a while. Hope you're having a good day. Look, the uptime is a lie. The uptime is a lie. I was going for hours before then.
So thou art going after Zonta.
I'm going after Zant. Xanta.
Hagen here cameth seeking my
Oh, it is
help.
Hagen. Well, okay then.
In his letter, he said he was bound for Stonegard.
Santa's just a puppet. You know what I find really interesting? I don't even know how that freeze happened. Like, it's on the Switch. It's on the Switch and it's streaming. And the streaming is barely using any processing. Like, I don't know how I blue screened. Because I wasn't doing anything active with the computer.
We shall begin our search there.
I pray it is no more serious than an ill-founded wager that left him unable to pay up his innkeeper. For a Hagen who cometh all this way alone, I cannot help but fear the worst. Prithee, take us care.
We will.
And don nothing foolish. Don as Zonta saith, child, not as he would doeth.
I believe
Thank
you mean
you,
Doth.
Fear not for us. We shall be back before the next moon, with Master at our side. Stayest safe, Master. We're coming.
I'd say that the story was a bit weak on this one, but I really enjoyed the way she plays. and so did the huntress Hanit set out on her journey. Her master having vanished hunting the baleful Red-Eye, it now fell to her to find him and bring him home. What fates await her on the road ahead, only the gods can say. I have no problem with the story on hers, other than it just seemed a little surface level. But of course, I mean, it is just the beginning. It was mostly just go hunt the thing, you killed the thing. We won the thing. Now go save your master. I'll get one more random encounter. Oh, or a cutscene even. Another bridge, perhaps? Oh, of course. Well, gotta keep up the tradition. Ooh! A monster came out of nowhere and it got me in the leg. I can hardly put any weight on it. I hate to be a bother, but do you have a healing grape to spare? What's your hint, Captain? What is your hint? Oh, I can't provoke him. Ooh, it feels good to be back on my feet. I can't thank you enough. I'd have been done for if you hadn't come along. My name is Kit Harington. I'm on a journey to find my father. He disappeared when I was just a boy. Are you on a journey too? Perhaps our paths too will cross again someday. Be safe, and may your travels bring you all that you seek. Well, there we go. You just wanted to use the command. See, it's funny, people who don't have hints use backseat all the time. And people who do have hints, they don't bother. It's fine. It's an awkward command. I think I need to think of a better way of, like, moderating hints in such a way, because really, I don't want to tell people, hey, don't help me. I like help. Just, like, I don't know, give me an opportunity to figure it out, basically. Because sometimes it'll be like, I'll get the hint before I'm even there. You know, it's just like, hey, there's this puzzle coming up and you're going to want to input 3 cardinal directions into the GPS. And I'll be like, well, cool. You know? You had no idea until the bot said it. Yeah, the bot doesn't trigger it very readily. Maybe I should add that to the rules, right? Like have the instruction about the command be included in the rules when people click on so that they know about it immediately. That's what I'll do. I'll add it there instead of having it be a bot reminder. So let me get a sense of what we have left. We got this girl, Ophelia. We have Tyrion. And we've got Mr. Ulbrich. Yeah, you're gonna want to hit blue, red, red, yellow here at the next puzzle. Yeah, kind of like that. Birkin and Borkin, my dog. You didn't even know that was a command, did you? Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oopsie. Alright, at this point, these are all like on equal level footing for me in terms of desirability to play. So what would you guys like? There's the Thief, the Healer, and the Knight. Makes you really want to play the game. It's pretty nice, it's a nifty game. It's a nifty, fun, happy time. Alright, TBH, I'm the least looking forward to this guy. So let's do it.
For whom do I wield this blade?
The knight is really cliche. 8 years ago. Hells!
Is he man or beast? He's but one, yet fights like a score!
Gods have mercy. That's the unbending blade of Hornburg! Ulberich Eisenberg!
You know my name. And so to business. Who will be the next to die?
How am I gonna do his voice? Oh, I'm doomed.
It's you who'll be dying! Look about you! We have the numbers!
Enemy reinforcements on the left flank!
He kind of sounds a little bit like Guts.
To Sir Ulbricht's side, men! The Blackguards have had their way for long enough!
It matters not. We're done here. Sound the retreat! Withdraw to the rallying point!
Oh, they have really good voice acting. My voices were never to make fun of the original cast so much as just to fill in the blanks.
Sir Ulbrich, I feared we would be too late.
Nothing I couldn't handle. Can you hold this position?
You make for His Majesty's camp, sir?
Just so. Our foe attacked from both flanks. We have no orders from the Crown. This concerns me.
Tactics? Don't be silly.
His Majesty is well guarded, sir.
I'm always
Sir
being mean.
Erhard.
Always.
I know
It's the Timber Taft way.
There is no stronger knight
That's
in
why
the
you
realm,
follow me, right?
Other than
To join the
yourself, of
Timber Taft
course.
way.
With Sir Erhard at his side, surely His Majesty is in no danger.
Perhaps not, but we must be certain. I would know how the battle unfolds. Besides, word from the king always lifts the men's spirits.
I need to learn the ways of the mean.
As you wish, sir. We will hold this ground.
Be safe, and may the gods guide your blade.
I am too, lowly Meep. But the Meep is the most important part of the battle.
And yours, Sir Ulbrich.
Heavens have mercy. His Majesty's own guard, slain to the last man. Who could have done such a thing? Erhard. Where is Erhard?
Oh man.
So, it was you.
Oh god, it's Alfred. So it was you.
My liege.
I'm
Erhard.
Rosh von Ronsenberg of
The meaning
Dalmasca.
of this.
It's always the butler. Oh, that's the sound of death.
What have you done? Ah!
Anybody else notice the kind of gave up on the soldiers, so they just put little lines to represent the death?
Have you not eyes? The king is dead by my hand.
What madness? What treachery is this?
No madness here. We call it treachery, if you will.
I thought you a friend. A brother! Ah!
Brothers indeed. How many times did we cross swords like this in the practice yards? And how many times have I told you? I see your every move, your every strike before it falls.
As I see yours.
Ah, but you've not seen everything. I saved one trick
for the day I knew would come.
It's a very familiar voice actor. I don't know if you guys are with me on that. It sounds like he could have been in Game of Thrones. Like that's what I'm getting.
Always the same dream.
Oh, back to normal life. Maybe one day I'll be a glorious knight.
Ah, Philip. What is it?
Philip.
Crivens! How did you know it was me, sir?
Oh no, they brought back the British.
One must always be on his guard, even when he rests. Yes, a knight... No, I am no knight. Just a man with a sword, and nothing more.
If you say so, sir. But there's lots of men what carry swords that can't do half of what you do. Oh, I almost forgot, sir. The headman's looking for you. Says he wants a word. He didn't say about what.
Tell him I'm on my way.
Yes, sir. I'll go on ahead and let him know, sir. He'll be in the square.
Takeneth me to whometh him, to seeth him and his affaireths.
How many years has it been since Hornburg fell? My liege lost. My land in ruin. I wandered aimlessly. After a time, I came to this village. Here, I earn my keep as a hired sword.
Philip is voiced by a girl?
Behind another man's name.
That's not fair, I can't do girl voices.
Defending the villagers from bandit raids. Teaching young men how to handle a blade. Not a glamorous life, but it puts food on my plate. A man like me knows only the battlefield. Worth only as much as the blade at my side, and the arm that swings it.
Not with that attitude.
When that blade fails to save my sworn liege, what does that make me? For years, I've asked myself that question. No answer still. At least, not one I like. One thing I do know is that I owe this village a debt. A debt I intend to repay. But that's enough brooding for one morning. The headman's waiting.
Oh, the headman. The headman is sitting there with bated breath for Ulbrich. Ooh.
Berg, sir.
I'm not on the Titanic. What berg?
Ho there.
Dawn patrol, sir. Nothing to report.
I see.
Good to hear it. God, that's gonna be... I can't go that low.
Hmm?
2 of you today. Usually 1 man does the rounds.
Yes.
Aye, sir. Headman thought it's best. There's brigands in the hills of late. Poor merchant gutted for his coin purse just yesterday. Was a grisly sight, sir.
Indeed.
These are dangerous times. One can never be too careful. I hear the headman is looking for me.
Just so.
He mentioned that, sir. He should still be over in that square. Now, if you'll excuse us, sir, morning patrol resume rounds. Ooh, the music's real good here. That flourish got me.
Hello.
You're kidding, right?
They put me in charge of our local militia. You've got brigands roaming the hills about, causing no end of trouble. If we knew where they were hiding, I reckon we could go flesh them out, but we don't, and that's the rub.
Wait, you can do... I'm a baritone. I'm, like, in the middle, awkwardly. You're holding out on us. Ah, Bug. There you are. Good morning to you, sir.
I see.
Morning to you both. Philip said you wanted to speak to me.
Ah.
Yes, I'll get straight to the point. We've had reports of bandits in the hills.
I see.
I see you've doubled the patrols.
Why,
Yes, I was also hoping to ask for your aid.
Which one can Timbers secretly do?
With bandits lurking, the villagers daren't venture into the hills. We cannot check the traps nor collect firewood. It's quite the predicament, to say the least. Leave it to me. Where can I find these thieves? As for the precise location of their den, I fear I cannot say. I sent some of the men out searching, but...
Berg, sir.
What? Berg? What? What was that?
Berg, sir. In the meantime, could you put the militia through their drills? Our men are keen, but they don't know a pommel from a pike, if you get my meaning.
As you wish.
Consider it done.
Beg pardon?
Ah, sir, if 'twould not be a burden, might Philip join in the training?
If he is willing, so am I. This is gonna get me, man. I can't talk in that voice. But I have to try.
Oh, he's more than willing, sir, I assure you. Been pestering me for weeks to ask you. That's a brave lad. The boy has pluck and ambition, and he could find a worse man to look up to than Berg here.
Oh.
Ever since my husband died in the war, you know.
Berg, sir.
Just the boy's getting to that age when he needs a father. Oh no, I did not mean to say... Your boy is already a credit to the village. It would be my honor to train him.
How can I ever repay you?
You are too kind, sir. It's settled then. Train the lad well and see that he does his mother proud.
I see.
I will. Oh, patrol's coming. They on their way. Okie doke. Would you do me the honor of sparring with me, sir? Oh, of course. Of course we shall spar. I mean, of course. Of course we will spar.
It's killing me. It's killing them. Kill them?
It's
Yes.
a good day for battle.
It is a good day. It bothers me that I can't go that low. It's been a weakness of mine. Oh, I figured it out.
No,
this kid is doomed. Don't tell him, but I'm going all out, just for him.
The battle is truly joined.
Here comes. Dead.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Spar also, it bothers me that I can't go that low. Hey, I'm aware of it, okay?
Got me again. You attack with boldness, but you leave yourself open. And so a simple counterblow quickly strikes you down. You must remember, balance in all things.
I see.
Balance, right? I'll try to remember that, sir.
All right. Here's the other guy.
Berg, sir.
Berg, sir. Sir, I hope you can spar with us and teach us some tricks. Okay. Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Let us fight with honor. Victory shall be mine.
Alright. Let's abide for a moment. Well, actually, let's pass him out for a second.
Out of my way!
Whoopsie. I may have broken you.
Victory shall be mine.
Dude, this is making me really want a burger. Another burger. Another burger.
Have at you. I think not.
If you're gonna guard, I'm gonna guard.
Have
and I'll
at you.
out-guard you.
Out of my way! The thrill of the fight.
Oh, congratulations to Commander Root. Being here for more than 50 hours, even though I know Commander Root is a bot, and that is an entirely undeserved promotion. But hey, that's a thing that you guys can become if you're here long enough. You only gotta be in the chat for 50 hours. That's no good, sir. We're no match for the likes of you. You are too hesitant. It is important to protect yourself, this is true. But you will never win a fight if you lack the courage to strike. If you say so, sir. That said, if you fought side by side, you might complement each other well.
Indeed.
I was just thinking that myself, sir.
Just so.
Better than the sum of our parts, eh, sir? What do you say, friend? Fight side by side? Two heads are better than one, eh?
What's this?
Something the matter, sir? What? No, sorry. It's a fine idea. Train together, and you will be capable soldiers one day.
Yes.
Sir,
I thank you.
two of us will go on patrol, then by your leave.
I see.
Yes. Good. If you would. This is like the only way I can deliver his lines if it's like this really like, yes, of course. Do the thing.
No.
You are not ready yet. You need to work on your form.
Hey, come on!
Aw. Do the drills as I showed you, and you'll be sparring soon enough. You have talent, kid. Lad. Child. Boy.
I see.
Not many boys your age take to the sword so quickly, and I've trained my share. Crivens, thank you, sir. My father, he's, gone, sir. Died in the war. So I've heard. Mother's looked after me ever since, all on her own, sir. But soon I'll be a man grown, and it'll be my turn to take care of her. She is a lucky woman to have a son so brave.
Hey, thanks.
So you see why I've got to get stronger, sir? I have to protect Mother and everyone in the village. After all she's done for me, I owe her that much. I, too, once had someone to protect. Sir? It's nothing, lad. Just old memories. Keep at your training and you'll be a strong man before long.
You got it!
I will, sir. Right to Pippy to cheerio. Mayhap I should make a round of the village. This is what big burly men do in villages. Brigands! We're under attack! But Berg, sir! Brigands from the hills! Please, sir, can I have some training? Oh, God. Okay. I gotta be careful with these voices. I might wake somebody up. Ah! These dirty peasants don't know their place. We outnumber them. Surround them. Stick a blade in their backs before the boss finds out swineherds slowed us down.
that so?
Do your worst, you brutes.
That's right.
You'll not be getting past us.
Damn it!
Damn it, all these swineherds know how to fight.
Look.
Sir.
I swear on my blade.
Good work, men. You did well to hold them off. But I'll take over from here.
Archcons!
And who in the hells are you supposed to be? He's a bleeding fool if he thinks he can take us all.
Oh.
Oh. God, what is this? So he's got a fancy blade, eh? I know your sword, Hedge Knight. I've cut down my share of your betters.
The hell?
I'm telling you, this one's trouble.
Indeed.
You both have the right of it. I'm but a common Hedge Knight, with no name to speak of.
Have at you.
But if you come looking for trouble, you found it. Stow it or I'll cut out your tongue.
Aye.
Enough prattle. Let's skewer him.
I will not fail.
Oh, these are the bosses. These are the big guys.
Victory shall be mine.
Well, time to destroy.
I think not.
Oh, he looks so innocent. Oh my god, Commander Root.
The battle is truly joined. I think
Commander
not.
Root is everywhere.
Now then. I think not.
Captain speaks the truth. You did miss the redhead.
Victory shall be mine.
Hey, check it out, guys.
My blade is unbending.
They look like they're in pain.
Now then.
Here come the attacks. Oh, they didn't even give me a shopkeeper. I can't heal.
The
Not
battle
much.
is truly joined. How about this? Now then.
Her name was Hanit. She was a hunter. Oh, I should have done this first. Oops. Alright, I got 2 turns left. Wow, they had a lot of time to do stuff.
I think not. Have at you.
Here comes.
My blade is unbending. I will cut you down. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Oh my gosh, that's overpowered. Abide and then the AoE slash that just destroyed them. I'm level 2, by the way.
You can handle a blade eye, but this ain't the end of it.
That's right.
When the boss hears about this, you're a dead man, you hear? We'll see about that, won't we?
Help! My boy!
Hey, come on!
Let me go, you ugly! Ugh. Gotta go. Good night, Barrican. Thanks for watching. Oh, Berg, sir, they took him from me. My poor Philip, he was trying to protect me, but those animals.
Damn it all.
Forgive me, sir. There were so many of them, and... It doesn't matter now. We have to save the lad.
Let me see.
We know where they are now, holed up in a cave deep in the mountains.
Indeed.
Let's go. God only knows what they'll do to him. Wait.
What?
But sir, we have to do something. They might kill the boy.
No.
If you leave now, who will protect the village when the thieves return?
No. You would be playing right into their heads. Gods of mercy, is there nothing we can do, sir?
I see.
Good night, Berg, sir. I'll go after the boy. Alone, but sir, even you. You stay and guard the village. At least until you're sure they're not coming back.
Ah.
Chief.
I wonder.
Forgive me.
You are the boys. Our only hope. Can you do this, Berg?
As you wish.
Consider it done.
Oh,
I think the merchant's hair is the reddest. Isn't it like blonde? Please, sir, bring him back safe.
I swear on my blade.
You have my word. Right. Well. Ooh, I can take the axe. It was shimmering, glinting, in fact. Where's the save point in this area? The layout of this one's a bit odd. Because normally by now there would have been like a save point. Oh, it's right here. Did I level up in that fight at all? Oh, how disappointing. That means I still have like no SP or anything. I should probably buy some stuff. If you would be so kind. I would like some healing grapes. A bunch of them. And a couple of these.
Berg, sir!
Most recent Dragon Quest is the first one in a while without a ginger character in it. I was very sad to learn that during my playthrough. 11? You're our only hope, Bergie Wan. Bergsa, the brigands are holed up in yonder cave. It's surely most dangerous. Best prepare well before us setting out. Thanks for the recommendation of doing what I already did. I should probably eat a plum, or at the very least, take a spirit, or, you know, let's just go. Oh, is he only partial to gingers? I couldn't tell. Oh boy, I made a lot of progress in that minute. I don't know why I did this. Don't tell GF. It's alright.
Let us fight with honor.
So,
victory shall be mine.
Jeff Goldblum, but redhead. Yay or nay? Oh, he didn't weak to the spear. He didn't weak to the spear.
How about you? Out of my way! Now then.
Oh, you're still alive, Ratman? Why are there so many Ratmen in this game?
Now then.
It's like all that exists. I really should have, like, done things. Tree Pangolin, Jeff G with gray hair is ultimate best Jeff. Hey Tree Pangolin, thanks for stopping by. You gotta die on that hill. Alright,
I think not. No.
Come here often. Tree Pangolin, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Thank you for following the Timbertaft way. Let's keep this up. Let's just hit him a bunch. I'm not feeling creative.
The thrill of the fight.
Jeff G with curly black hair is best, Jeff. Fight me. Yes, it's Geoff Goldblum from now on. There's that level up I was waiting for, so it panned out. I should save. That's the name he would have if he was a redhead, too. He'd be Geoff Goldblum.
Let us fight with honor.
Ooh. It's a rocky armadillo. A rockadillo?
The battle is truly
okay,
joined.
I'm gonna take guesses. It's either a rockadillo, a boulderdillo, or an armastone. It's a rockadillo! Oh my god, I got one. I got one. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Does he not like spears? He likes the spears, okay. He's into a little bit of the hit me baby one more time.
The battle is truly joined.
Stereotypically thinking older men are attractive. But wouldn't that work out for you, Captain? Oh, I'm trying to figure this out. Should abide. Wow.
The battle is truly joined. My blade is unbending.
Oh, there he goes.
With each battle, I
so much
grow
for the
stronger.
rockadillo. Hey, another save point. I'm sorry, Captain, I didn't mean to cut deep.
Is a good day for battle. Victory shall be mine. I think not. The battle is truly
It's
joined.
okay, Kyo's an old man too.
I think not. Victory shall be mine.
Whoa! Oh no! Oh no! What did you link? I'm sorry, Captain. I'm gonna... Let's see if I can get banned. You did it. Hips.heartsapps.esquire. Oh, you're even trying to. Wow. It's a Goldblum link. The bot is... The hound is pretty aggressive. However, here you go, Cap. I can do this. And now it'll go through. And it better be good, or you're getting permabanned. I can't actually look at that link though. This is gonna break me. Oh, nice. It's just a nice. It's a pleasant picture of Mr. Goldblum. How nice and home and what's the word? Family friendly. All right, I'm just gonna kill this rat. I've been waiting on this rat for too long.
Now then.
Oh, I forgot to abide. Oh well.
Now then. My blade is
There he goes.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
It's the best picture of him. I mean, isn't that basically how he looks when he's doing the, like, Grandmaster in the Thor movies? Or specifically, like, what was that, Thor Ragnarok? Yeah, I'll go to the cave in a second. I want to save first. I'm obsessed with saving. Dude, birds. Now see, this is what I was talking about. Normal birds. It's just a giant falcon. I'll bet he doesn't like spears.
Out of my way!
I guessed it.
The battle is truly joined.
Oh, the bird's still alive. I'm worried about these guys. They might hit hard. 30.
Now then.
Disgusting. I should probably abide. This is going to be a longer fight.
Damn.
Okay. Like a healing grape.
How about this?
And next turn, everything's going to die, by the way. I just want to put that out there. Because we're about to do this.
I will cut you down!
Whoa, he's alive. Wait, did I use my sword for that?
Victory shall be mine!
Oh, it's only a slash. Oh, darn it. I didn't read the fine print.
Now then.
I just like the implication from the bot that you don't trust me enough. Well, I mean, I have to make you a regular first or whatever the thing is.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Just so you know, it doesn't monitor the links that regulars post. You just gotta have 50 hours in the chat and you'll be like, you'll be loved by the bot. He'll love you, he'll give you licks and stuff. Kill the beast.
Oh!
Look who's come. Have you lost something, Hedge Knight?
Move aside. No.
Move aside. No. Move aside before I cut you in two.
Oh!
You have courage, I'll give you that. Just who are you anyway? Never seen no Hedge Knight swing a blade the way ye do.
Indeed.
Then you'll step aside if you know what's good for you.
The hell?
You're on our land now, Hedge Knight. We give the orders here.
That's right.
You have skill, but you're a man like any other and you'll bleed as red. Get him.
I will not fail.
Hey, I remember fighting you guys.
Have at you.
Cool. Alright, we ready for the fun? This will be a quick one. They're coming in with the slashes. They're gonna slash me, but they don't know the half of it.
Victory shall be mine.
I'm gonna block one more time.
Victory shall be mine.
Alright, here comes my turn to eradicate them.
I will cut you down!
Whoa, why is the front man okay? Is there any reason why you're okay?
Have at you.
I'll buy again. Front man, best man.
Victory
heal.
shall be mine.
We'll take a quick healing grape. It's no big deal.
How about this?
That's right, the 15 damage.
Have at you.
Alright, another hit. Another hit, another hit. We're gonna get it down to just one guy now. Here it comes.
My blade is unbending! I will cut you down! With each battle, I grow stronger.
He's guts, okay? I don't care what you say. He's the lead character of Berserk. Deep voice, big sword, cuts through 3 people at once.
Be strong, lad. I'm coming for you.
His blade is unbending. One could even say that his blade is most
sturdy. Treasure. Oh. Oh. Treasure. Oh.
Let us fight with honor. The battle is truly joined. I think not. Now then. Victory shut.
Are you saying his blade is stiff and strong? I'm just telling you what he said to me, man. Alright, I'm not in control of,
I think not.
I'm not in control of what Ulbrich says and thinks at all times a day. I'm not his keeper.
I think not.
He's just very confident is all. Hey, did you guys notice that... Oh no, I was looking at it wrong. Does that portrait for the guy up top not look like a rat facing this way? It looks like a rat facing this way, but it's actually a guy facing this way.
How about this? Now then.
I broke him.
Have at you.
There we go. Captain Heck.
Thrill of the fight.
Or Captain Heck. Ooh, skills. I like skills. Skills are nice. Leveling up is nice. You don't see it? You don't see the rat? It's totally a rat. Okay, Spearhead. Attack a single foe with a pole arm and act earlier on your next turn. Become more readily targeted by foes for 3 turns. Unleash a sword attack on a single foe. Increase the user's physical defense for 3 turns. Attack random foes with pole arms 5 to 10 times. Nothing in here is weak to poles, though. Increase the user's physical defense for 3 turns. Attack a random foe with a pole arm. I don't know how to feel about these choices. I don't know how to feel. I mean, the 5 to 10 times thing is cool. But what if they're not flying? Oh, fine. It's the only thing that's actually worth my time. Figured it out, Kyo.
Let us fight with
the
honor.
Real name.
Now then.
I shouldn't really abide on this guy. I mean, he's a nobody. But if I do, then he'll go down in a turn.
Now then. Have at you. Out of my way. With each
There's
battle,
the strategy.
I grow
There's the
stronger.
strat. I want that treasure. Oh, I leveled up too. That couldn't have gone better, but I got stuck on a wall. Yes.
Let us fight with honor.
Alright, you know what to do, Mr. Ulbrich.
Victory shall be mine. The battle is truly joined.
Oh, he's alive? Did I screw up?
Have at you.
There we go.
With each battle, I grow
He was a healthy brigand. He ate his vitamins and drank his milk. Copper lantern.
Let us fight with honor.
I feel like everything I fought has been a boss. Like, just because of the scale of them. Well, as usual.
The battle is truly joined.
Alright, one more defense block, I think.
I think not. Now then.
Oh, he made a mistake. His mistake was he did nothing with his turn.
I grow stronger.
So thanks for that, Mr. Brigand, for hesitating. Oh. You need anything? Just say the word. What are you doing in here? How did you get here? I think we're good. It's pretty interesting how tightly this is connected. Like, it really is down to, like, an hour per session.
Let us fight with honor.
You've only been up for 6 hours?
No.
Oh, no. That tends to happen to me around 3 a.m. Like, I could go for another hour, and after that I start feeling tired if I'm staying up overnight, regardless of how well I slept. That's just kind of how it is, I think. Come at me with an attack. Oh, and slash.
Truly joy.
He's being feisty.
I think not.
Once.
The battle is true.
He's dead. No? Another one of these sturdy
joy.
Vikings? Not anymore.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
You just ate, and sleep is the ultimate betrayal. It really is. To me, I don't know. I think I've started to adopt your method of just not caring about it.
Oi.
That's a good way of making yourself not tired, is pretending it doesn't exist. The tired doesn't exist.
Oi, do tell me about this friend of yours. Knows how to fight, does he?
That's right!
He sure does. He's stronger than all of you put together. You won't stand a chance.
Hey, come on!
It's not a joke. Stop laughing. You hear that,
Bloody
mates?
hell!
The Hedge Knight's the strongest blade in the realm. If he thinks he can best all of us, he's more madman than knight.
Here.
This ain't a fairy tale, boy. Real knights don't piddle away their days in the company of swineherds. If he's a knight from the stories, a damsel in distress might serve as better bait. Reckon we should go back for the mum. I'll drink to that now. There's a plan.
Hey, come on!
Stop it. You won't be laughing when Sir Berg is through with you. Sir Berg, now there's a frightening name. Look, me arms all a-trembling.
Stow your tongue.
Shut up, all of you. Boss?
Aye.
Reckon the boy's got more courage than a lot of you. More wits to boot. So less yammering and more sharpening your stabbers. But boss, ain't no way the Hedge Knight will follow us here unless he's mad and all.
That's right.
Aye, it ain't like his own son or nothing. Why should he care?
Boss is scared. He is. You know, like, you gotta roll with it, otherwise he can't get anywhere.
Why, indeed. Things could get interesting, though, if he does show.
Wasn't Gaston like an important name?
Always had a soft spot for men with more courage than sense.
Here.
Heh.
Aye.
Like the boy here.
What do you say, laddie? Care to join our little family? We're always looking for men with pluck.
Not on your life!
I'll never join you. I'm going to be brave warrior like Sir Berg. You hear that, men? The boy says he's too good for banditry. Think you're the only one who feels that way, boy. Let me tell you something.
What is it, boss?
Sir!
Sorry I'm late, lad. Got held up along the way.
Aye, look. It's the mighty Sir Berg in the flesh.
He is mad. And how'd he get in here anyway? Where are the lookouts?
Bleeding in the dirt, last I saw.
He's the lead antagonist for Beast.
Stay back!
Did he just... He parried the boss's blow? Hang me, but I ain't never seen no one do that before. You're quick, all right. And strong. Clearly, no common hedge knight, are you?
Just as you are no common brigand.
That blade. Like it, do you? It just so happens to be a present from an old friend. Earhart? Oh, you know the man, do you now?
I didn't know the game was like Dark Souls.
So it is his blade. As if I needed another reason to cut you down where you stand. How do you know Earhart, rogue? Speak, or I'll slice your throat.
You've got a score to settle, is that it? I can see it in your eyes. They blazed like fire when you said his name. Look, I don't know what passed between you and Earhart. But if you're looking to ask questions of me, my good sir, you'll have to earn the right!
I'm really liking this section. I actually really like Ulrich.
The battle is truly joined.
That's how much bigger he is, huh? Holy smokes. Alright, well, I think I gotta prep a bit.
How about this?
This is super cool. Yeah, I like it.
No.
Oh wow, well that was a waste. Let's just I think I might die here.
Victory shall be mine.
Here it comes.
My blade is I will cut you down.
What? What just happened? Not as good as the Scholar. The sprites are gorgeous. They are. Oh my god. Okay. So, I think this big burly man took a lot of the hit from the big slash attack. So I might have to struggle a bit.
How about this?
Had to heal.
Now then.
What can I do here? I mean, obviously a bind is pretty important. One grape down. Yeah, this fight's a little harder to figure out. I mean, it's pretty much just kill the ads. They have level /2.
How about you?
I really have to, like... Oh, are they weak to fire, maybe? I mean, that would be a nice surprise.
Have a taste of this!
Yes! They don't like fire. They don't like fire.
Victory shall be mine!
Oh, thank you. This means that I can do a level slash and not have it matter. Because this is gonna go right through him. Ooh, don't do the whirling. The whirling is bad.
Now then. How about this?
Grape ape. Wow, that hit hard.
Now then.
Alright, back to the grapes. I'll eventually need a plum.
How about this? How about you? How about this?
Yeah, had to take a little bit of a fruit lunch break there.
Now
It's okay though, because this works out. He's not weak to slash, actually, which works out because I just so happen to have a thing for that. I think I'll actually save it though. I'm not falling for your tricks.
I think not. Have at you.
Oh, he's still charging? Well, okay then.
I think not.
Boy, that broke right through.
Now then.
Well, time for another grape.
How about
He's
this?
weak to the stick. I feel bad because I've had to like waste so many of my turns.
Have at you. Now then.
Alright, let me think this through. So what we want, we're gonna want to abide. We're gonna want to get a good smack in there. And I'm definitely interrupting the heck out of that.
Now then.
Take it.
The battle is truly joy.
And here we go.
My blade is unbent. Death by 1,000 cuts.
That probably hurt. Not many grapes left.
Have at you. Out of my way.
Oh, that's it.
The thrill of the fight.
Got a hand axe and a grape bunch. I swear the entire economy of this place is handled by grapes. I yield. Ow.
Now I will have my answers. How do you know Earhart?
Aye.
We fought alongside each other is all. Served together in a band of mercenaries. He was already an old hand when I signed up. Helped me out, showed me the ropes. A sellsword. And where is he now? Damned if I know. When our group disbanded, we went our separate ways. After that, I drifted from one town to the next. Tried one trade, then another. But swinging a blade is the only thing that's ever come natural to me. So here I am. Times are lean, and a man's gotta make a living. Anyone could use a sword arm like yours. You could protect the people, instead of stealing from them.
Aye.
I'm gonna have this coconut water so I can feel fancy. I love coconut water. Unless, of course, by coconut water you mean coconut-flavored LaCroix. That's a little bit out there.
I could, but honest work takes more wits than the gods saw fit to bless me with. Never meant to do anyone no harm, but life doesn't always give us a choice in the matter, does it? Choice or no, you must answer for your crimes.
Aye.
Aye, I know the score, but I've got my men to think about too.
It is antioxidant cocoa fusion. I've never tried that. I'll have to get some.
Oi.
Easy now, man. The Hedge Knight has the right of it. I've got more than enough blood on my hands. Live by the sword and... Well, you know how it goes. Man has to own up to what he's done.
No.
Enough blood's been spilled here today. Surrender and I will see that you and your men are not harmed. Do me a kindness, Hedge Knight, so I'll do you one in return. I told you I didn't know where Earhart is, and I don't. But I know someone who might.
Aye.
Gustav's his name, Sir Gustav. Some call him the Black Knight, or other just such fessed up nonsense. Earhart taught us both how to use the sword back in the mercenary band. You should find him in Victor's Hollow. And this man will tell me where Earhart is.
Aye.
He might. Then again, he might not. Still, if you want to find him that much, I reckon it's worth trying.
I can see it in your eyes.
I saw your eyes, Hedge Knight. They were dead, like a fish. But the moment you saw my blade, they came to life. Dead? Have I truly been? But what does a common thief know of men's souls?
Look.
Fish moly. Berg, thank the gods you're safe. The villagers are as well, sir.
That's right.
Round up the thieves and lock them in the village and gowl. Berg, I could swear I've heard that. Gods be good. Heisenberg. Heisenberg? Should have known it, the way your eyes lit up at the mention of Earhart's name. Ah, you're no Hedge Knight. You're Sir Ulbrich Eisenberg, the Unbending Blade. Is that jail? Huh? What? In blazes? Huh? What? Huh?
What?
The Unbending Blade.
Damn it!
They said he was slain when Hornbrick fell.
But
I'd heard he lived, but scarce believed it until today. Is it true, sir? Are you a real knight?
No.
Long ago, lad. Long ago. Oh, unbending is like his thing. What else did you think it was? Let's be on our way. We've kept your mother waiting long enough.
You got it!
Yes, sir. Sometime later. This village has been good to me, but it's time to move on. I shall find Earhart, so that I might find the reason I wield this blade. To find a name Gustav, and God's willing, Earhart himself.
Indeed.
Victor's Hollow, the man said. That's where I must go. I had stopped believing that I would one day don these clothes again. The journey will be a long one, and I have no more reason to tarry. There it is. Alright, so that's a good save. I think, oh, I didn't get to the bridge, though. Hold on, I didn't get all the way to the thing.
So you truly mean to leave us?
You have shown me nothing but kindness. I am forever in your debt.
Oh, it is we who owe you, friend. Were the choice mine to make, you would stay with us forever. But it is your life to live.
You gotta see that snack bridge.
We won't ever forget all you've done for us, sir.
The next
thanks,
time any
mutton
dirty
chops.
brigands come after us, we'll give them a good kicking in your name.
We're no knights, sir, but you've taught us well. We can protect our home, at the very least.
Glad to hear it.
I'm sorry, sir. Philip, he wouldn't come. Didn't want you to see him crying, most like.
Aww.
I understand. Tell the boy I'm counting on him to grow strong, and to look after his dear mother.
Thank you, sir. I will.
When you've done whatever it is you must do, pray, come back and visit us. No matter how far your journey takes you, you'll always have a home here.
Thank you. And with that, I had best...
Philip! He's here.
It's all right. It was a good blow, lad. You're getting strong.
He's sad.
I'm going to keep training while you're away. Then, when you come back,
Tell him he's a mama's boy.
I'll be even
poor
stronger.
Philip. Poor
And
Philip.
then maybe I could.
Aye, lad. I'll get stronger too. And we'll see each other again. You have my word.
All right, Ulbrich.
You better not forget. A knight always keeps his word.
And thus Ulbrich the Knight set out on a new journey. He would find his former comrade, Earhart, and ask him why he did what he did. Very kindly and politely, and mayhap he would discover that which he had lost, the reason why he wields his blade. What fate awaits him? Only time can answer that. Next time on Octopath Traveler.
Across those there are little things in the bubble by the bubble. Oh, dude, is it? Here it is, the meme, the one and only.
Ooh. Monster came out of nowhere and it got me in the leg. I can hardly put any weight on it. I hate to be a bother, but do you have a healing grape to spare? Feels good to be back on my feet. I can't thank you enough. I'd have been done for if you hadn't come along. My name is Kit Harington. I'm on a journey to find my father. He disappeared when I was just a boy. Are you on a journey too? Perhaps our paths too will cross again someday. Be safe, and may your travels bring you all that you seek.
So ends the tale of Kit the Traveler. Oh, did he die? Rip Kit. Alright. So I have a decision to make. It's a hard decision. It is a hard decision. It is 3 hours and 50 minutes into a stream that I am positive has lasted at least, let me actually count that out. Okay, so I've been going for about 6 hours now. I've been on for about 6 hours. This is not right, is it? Oh, it is right. So I have to, short stream. So, I'm trying to figure out, like, obviously, if I do the other 2 prologues, I'm in for another 2 hours. I think we're gonna leave the last 2. I don't think I can get through it all in one session. That leaves the Thief and Miss Ophelia over here. The real game is going to be coming out at the end of this week, so unfortunately, unless I can squeeze it in on a random day, I don't know, I'll have to shuffle my schedule around. I really can't do it tonight because I have some work that I have to get done before morning, like legit work. So I don't want to be irresponsible. But let's see if there's anybody I can raid. And if you're in the Discord, I will be adjusting the schedule to incorporate an opportunity to play this somewhere in there. So let's see who we can do. We had a couple options for once. That's cool. This late at night, very rare. You know, there's a person here who I haven't raided ever. And not only that, but she's doing a game that she is like notoriously good at. She's not a tiny boy, tiny girl streamer. My God, I'm terrible and tired. But it's probably a treat to watch her. So let's see if we can get over to her. I think you're good. You've got almost all of them. Tiny boy girl. We're gonna be rating. Let me make sure I get it right. Counting Nightmare SA. Oh, it's not with a space. No spaces. I used to do Let's Plays, I never Let's Played with her, but I was part of the same community, so let's give her some love with our little raid. Thanks for being here, Captain. I hope you enjoyed the send-off. Thanks for enjoying the game, and all that. And, remember, folks, the name's Kit Harington. I'll see you next time. That's not at all. I'm so tired. Thank you so much, Captain. Thank you so much, everybody else who's been lurking in the background. Have a good one.